following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Broadcasting from the Main Street Media television studios in Nashville, Tennessee, it's time for Friday Night Live, the best high school football coverage in Middle Tennessee, featuring Tennessee Radio Hall of Famer George Plaster, Zach Womble, and Billy Derrick, and also reporters from Main Street Media. Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Fans, don't let fans drive drunk.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome in. It feels like a double header on the minor league level where you've got 30 minutes between games. Somehow we were able to pull all of this off. Our crew did a terrific job in getting this to happen. We thank the folks at Father Ryan High School. You can see in the background the pregame warm-ups. Billy Derrick, class of 2018 at Father Ryan, is with me. But I know we've got to get first things first. Let's go up to Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Ivan Aronin is covering the game tonight between Kenwood and Green Hill. Ivan, how are you?
Good, George. Happy Friday night football to everybody. Very lovely night here in Mount Juliet for the Green Hill football team's home opener of the season. The Hawks come in 0-1, lost the opener last week 13-6 at Siegel. Not a lot of concern on the Hawks sideline. Last year they lost their season opener and won the next 11 games in a row before losing to eventual state champion Page in the state quarterfinals. So losing the opener is not a huge deal around here.
Ivan, what do you expect tonight?
Well, we have Green Hill, like I said, lost 13-6. Their only touchdown came on a 95-yard kickoff return. They are supposed to have one of the higher scoring offenses in the area. They're definitely looking to get their skill players in gear pretty quickly. All of their skill players from last year returning, including the quarterback, their top playmaker, Caleb Carver, their top three receivers, and a 1,000-yard rusher in Braxton Lambert. I think if they can score some points early, that would be what their game plan would be.
Ivan, Billy Derrick here. Give us a couple players to watch tonight. If anyone, is headed out to that game, who are the players to watch as you look at this Green Hill Kenwood matchup?
Yeah, like I said, Caleb Carver for Green Hill is their playmaker. Lines up at wide receiver primarily. Threw a pass in last week's game, has also run the ball on some reverses, and is their very big scoring threat on kick returns. Their quarterback is a senior this year, started all the games last year. Cade Mahoney threw for over 1,000 yards last year. For Kenwood, they won their season opener, beat Hillwood 44-7 last week. They did that with a first-year head coach in his first game, Jarrett Sneed, and a first-year starting quarterback, junior Jacoby Cox, who transferred from Pearl Cone last year. So I think keeping your eyes on the two quarterbacks, both have the ability to throw the ball very well. Should be a very entertaining game up here.
Ivan, thank you for taking the time. You were the perfect leadoff hitter for us. Thanks for being right on time.
Do that, and hopefully we'll talk to you guys after the game then.
Look forward to it. Ivan Aronin on the coverage tonight of Kenwood at Green Hill. So let me explain a little bit of what we're doing, because we'll be with you throughout the entire evening. And before it's all over, when the games start around 7, you will be able to see the crawler at the bottom of the screen will have up-to-date scores. We're very proud of that. We know that's something you all want. Normally, Zach Womble would be the third member of the crew, I'm just going to say he's under the weather. You can kind of figure it out on your own. And needless to say, he won't be with us tonight. But Zach, if you're watching, we miss you.
Zach, we miss you dearly. We've got, of course, a great atmosphere here. We wish you could be here, but we know Zach is doing everything he can to still help us out. He said he's going to still try to help us out, even though he can't actually join the show. So, Zach, we miss you.
God knows we'll need it. So we've got a couple of things working right now that are really interesting. The first one being the sun. I'm looking over at the sun right now, and it will be down.
It's very close to being down.
Oh, yeah. It'll be down in about, I'm going to guess, 15 to 20 minutes. And when it is, our broadcast site will be a little bit easier.
I like the idea of being out here now as opposed to 3:30 and baking in the sun.
So we were worried around 3 o'clock. We were getting a weather forecast that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went inside to our right to what is called the Champions Room, although the Champions Room sort of lowered itself and its standards for a couple of hours. So we did my show in there from 4 to 6, and I'll be with you all tonight for the entirety until 11 p.m. I'm going to learn what Billy dealt with a week ago, and we're looking forward to it. We're very excited. Our coverage, we believe, is the best in town for one reason. We have a mountain of reporters, and before the night is over, we will prove that. First things first, thanks to the folks at Father Ryan. Holy cow, what they have done to help us to put this together has been nothing short of phenomenal. First of all, helping us haul all the equipment back and forth. And then, even though you all can't see it, they fed us in between shows, and the level of cooperation we've gotten is so appreciated. And Billy, even though it is your school, I got to say that.
George, they just want me to keep coming back because I've given so much to the school.
You have given nothing. You've given absolutely nothing. I'm embarrassed.
They can't. I don't think they can ask for much more for us. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, George, it's been phenomenal being here. Like you said, first-class service and hospitality. They call it Southern hospitality for a reason. Oh, and by the way, I think we've got nearly 3,000 here almost here at Giacosa Stadium. So really, really looking forward to tonight. As shout out, of course, to Justin Kulik, Stephen Tome, as well, helping out with the scoreboard ticker as well. A lot of people helping us out tonight.
So I know you've kept closer tabs on it than I have. What are 2 or 3 of the games that you're really interested in tonight?
Well, George, I start with this one here. Of course, we've talked about it a lot. We've talked about it on our show, Father Ryan and Brentwood. Father Ryan is trying to bounce back from a week 1 loss at East Nashville that really surprised a lot of people. So Brentwood, meanwhile, George, they beat up on Blackman last week. And Blackman, coming into the season, we expected had a lot of talent and had a lot of returners coming back, a lot of recruiting talent as well. So Brentwood coming off a big win. Father Ryan trying to bounce back. But other games, George, I look at CPA and Brentwood Academy. CPA is a team, of course, that they're playing without their head coach, Engel Martin. He is still up in Williamsport at the Little League World Series.
By the way, he got a lot of airtime last night, which was really cool.
Yeah, George, it was interesting seeing him not be at CPA, but they still get a win over Independence. I mean, that's what that doesn't surprise me, though. So CPA and Brentwood Academy is another one I'm watching. Green Hill and Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet is a team that they battled with Gallatin last week, and Green Hill's a team that's coming off a loss as well.
Green Hill at Kenwood.
Kenwood, my bad. So Mount Juliet played Gallatin last week. Green Hill and Kenwood, my bad. So I'm looking at that one as well. And Brian Stewart, he's at the Hendersonville game tonight. Did you catch who they're playing, George? I forgot to ask Brian who they're playing. But
I asked him, and it went in one ear and out the other.
Well, George, there was a game last night that I want to talk about. Good Pasture and Nashville Christian. Russell Venozzi, our guy from Main Street Preps, was at that game. They defeated Nashville Christian 14-12, and the Cougars they were celebrating. Their coach, of course, Braxton Lawrence, one of the players, he had a big touchdown at the end of that one. So I look at that one as well from last night. Good Pasture beating Nashville Christian, low-scoring game, 14-12. So
tough loss for my buddy Jeff Brothers.
Yeah, tough loss for you last night for BGA. They struggled a lot with Ravenwood. I think it was 56-3 was the final score in that one. So I'm not trying to pile on or anything, but BGA struggled a little bit last night.
Let's do this. They're about to go to the national anthem. So this is the time we need to go to our first commercial break. The show is Friday Night Live, and this is Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Welcome back into Friday Night Live from Father Ryan High School. The national anthem has been played. The sun has gone down. That is a real blessing. And speaking of blessings, we're joined by Tennessee Sports Writing Hall of Famer Mo Patton, who is covering Spring Hill and Summit tonight. Mo, how are you? Well, I thought we had Mo.
I think we just lost Mo, George.
You think so?
I think we just lost Mo.
Wow. That's a shame.
We will work to get him back on, but Mo is at the Spring Hill Summit game, so he will be reporting live there, and I think we've got Mo back.
Okay. Hall of Famer, how are you?
Who?
Hall of Famer. That's you.
No, ain't me. I ain't in no Hall of Fame anywhere.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That's not Maurice Patton. Well,
no, sir, it's not.
This is what goes on. I think this is Casey Patrick, although I can't swear to it. Casey, is that you?
Yes, sir, George. You've got the right man now.
Beautiful. Tell me what game you're covering.
I'm actually covering Creekwood's hosting Fairview tonight. I'm out at Creekwood, and I got to be honest. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm getting mistaken for Mo Patton already.
Well, listen, when you're doing live television, this kind of stuff happens. So let me get right to it. Tell me what you expect tonight.
Well, I think, honestly, I think Fairview's they're a little young, and Coach Hughes has said a few times he thinks he might have a little bit of a down year. So I think Creekwood's got a chance to win. Just got to be able to move the ball. They turned it over about 5 times last week against Dixon, so they'll have to make sure they can take control and take care of the ball. And then I do believe Creekwood should be able to win tonight. Defense was nasty last week. I think they'll be good again today.
Tell me a little bit. Games at Creekwood, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've never been there. Give people a little bit of the environment. Kind of paint the picture for us.
Well, honestly, you've got a small town over in it's in Dixon, Tennessee. It's actually in Charlotte, which is my hometown, but excuse me, it's kind of a rural community. It's a little bit smaller. You got to drive out in the country a little bit to find the school, but once you get out here, this place is packed with fans and fans from both schools because Fairview's right down the road. So we've got quite a few folks up here tonight that are ready to watch some football.
Yeah, what kind of crowd we talking about?
Oh, it's getting packed in here now, which they don't have the biggest stands in Tennessee, but they do have quite a large section anyway. The student sections have started to fill out. Of course, the fans have been here for about an hour because that's how they do it around here at Charlotte. So it's starting to get busy. They're doing the national anthem right now. So I see the line to the concession stands backed all the way up. So everybody's getting their food too. They're getting ready for some football.
Shocked. I'm a little shocked you're not there, Casey, but I know you'll get there before the night's over. Listen, have a good game. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Casey Patrick reporting on Fairview and Creekwood. I'm told Maurice Patton is with us. He's covering Spring Hill and Summit tonight. Let's see if we've got him. Don't have him?
We've got him, George.
Okay. Mo, how are you?
Hello?
Mo, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can. Hall of Famer, how are you?
I'm all right. How about you guys?
By the way, I never got to talk to you. I saw a really nice comment from you on Facebook, and I really appreciate it, even though I was too lazy to tell you.
Well, as long as you saw it, that's all that matters.
I absolutely did see it, and it meant the world to me coming from you.
Well, congratulations. I meant it. You're very well deserving and long overdue. So I'm glad they got that taken care of, and now they can focus on getting some other deserving folks recognized.
Amen. I've got a couple of them in mind. Tell me about the game you've got tonight and what you're expecting.
I've got the Battle of the Hill in, I guess, North Spring Hill, and that's probably the first and last time you'll ever hear that phrase. But Summit is hosting Spring Hill down here, and Summit's hosting them. It's the first game on Summit's new artificial turf surface. As you probably know, they had to move their home game last week against Henry County to Centennial because the turf was not completed. Well, it's complete, and they are about
5 minutes and 15 seconds away from getting this thing started. Both these teams coming in at 0-1. Again, Summit losing to Henry County 30-7 last week, and Spring Hill losing 31-14 up in Kentucky against Franklin Simpson. So it's intriguing. I don't think anybody expected Summit to go down by 23 points like that last week, but I think you also have to keep in mind that 2 of those touchdowns that Henry County scored were defensive. So obviously the offense has got some work to do, but maybe not as much as that 30-7 loss to a really good Henry County team looks like. Meanwhile, Spring Hill, hello?
No, go ahead.
No, and Spring Hill has shown some big playability both in their Jamboree game a couple of weeks ago against Dixon County and last week up in Kentucky. I think all 4 of their touchdowns have been of 65 yards or more. So that's what Summit's got to look out for defensively.
Mo, are you not amazed at how many of the schools in the state now have their own turf field?
It's pretty impressive, George, but I tell you, I think it's kind of a dollars and cents thing. I mean, do you want to pay for, mowing and painting and labor, or do you want to just, make a one-time investment and get this stuff down and not have to worry about it anymore? And as I was talking to a Summit administrator here not too long ago, this isn't just a football thing. This is an athletic-wide impact that this artificial turf has. I mean, everybody athletically can get out here and work on this. I mean, soccer, even your indoor sports, if they want to get outside and do some conditioning, that kind of thing. So it's really got some convenience, and it's an economic decision that a lot of folks are making.
Mo, you and I share a love of a certain baseball team, so I want to give you my theory for the weekend. You ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
Okay. Colorado is miserable on the road. They're not going to get a thing done against the Mets. And
no help.
Yeah, no help whatsoever. And the Braves go to St. Louis, where the Cardinals are red hot. So going into tonight, the Mets lead is 2. If we can get out of this weekend with the deficit being no more than 3, we got a shot.
I'd agree. I'd agree completely, because like you said, we get no help from the Rockies this weekend. So if we somehow get 2 out of St. Louis, I mean, that might be a little bit much. But yeah, I think the Mets definitely know that the Braves are there. And objects in the rearview mirror are closer than here. So,
I love it. I love it. Tell people about your show, which precedes ours, and then we'll let you out of here.
Main Street Sports Today from 2 to 3:30. You can get it on any social media platform, Twitter, YouTube, wherever you want to go get it. You can find us, and we're talking from Crooks to Bros. So we have fun with it. Catch it.
Mo, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Mo Patton reporting live from Spring Hill at Summit. Boy, a year ago, Summit was an absolute powerhouse.
George, it feels like Summit is the team that almost maybe not the Alabama of high school football, but they are always up there. I mean, you think about Summit; they're always up there in contention, and that's what you want if you're a high school program, competing, competition, and being in contention. That's really all that matters.
So throughout the evening, we're going to be able to give you just a great lineup of reporters. We've just sort of scratched the surface for now. We're approaching, as I look at my trusty little phone, most of the kickoffs are probably 1 to 3 minutes away. As we look back behind us, Father Ryan and Brentwood are about to go at it. We have never done this before as far as doing this show from a live game. I've always wanted to do this, wanted to see what it was like. But you know what? I wanted Zach Womble to be here.
Oh, man, George, don't we all want Zach Womble here instead of me?
Why the heck isn't he here?
George, this atmosphere is phenomenal here at Giacosa Stadium. It's one of the best in the state. I've always said that. Father Ryan, I know I went to school here I didn't want to be too biased. I didn't wear the Father Ryan polo, but I'm sure everybody else can tell.
No, there's
by
a
the way I'm
reason
talking.
why you didn't wear it.
What is that reason?
You didn't buy it.
Well, I'm gonna make it my plan to get me a polo, a Father Ryan polo tonight. I'm gonna tip the people at the concessions too tonight.
Yeah, sure you are. That's such a load of bull. So tell me a little bit about what you think Father Ryan will do tonight. They were very disappointing a week ago. They really got hit with a Mack truck early. They rallied late, but it was too late.
Yeah, it was too late, George. I think they were a little surprised and shell-shocked by what East Nashville brought to the field. East Nashville is a team that last season they played in the state title game. I mean, they were a competitive force last year. Father Ryan and Coach Rector, he told us, he said he was embarrassed. He takes blame for it, and they're going to be better tonight. And he said that, and I believe him. They match up better with Brentwood, I think. Brentwood is a ground-and-pound type team. Clint Finch, former Harpeth football coach, came over here to Brentwood. He's done a really good job here, and Coach Rector is very familiar with Williamson County football. And how about this? We're going to see the kickoff here, George. I feel like we should just turn around and start announcing it.
Let's give them a full deal. Deep to receive for the Irish is Rocket Ishmael. You like that?
I love it, George. I love it. There's nothing like a Friday night, and we missed this last week. We were cooped up in the studio, and we were not able to come out to a Friday night atmosphere, and this is one of the best, I think.
So some of you may not know this. This is a big deal, the fact that Father Ryan has their own stadium. Now, it's been a while, but as I chronicled in my show earlier today, Father Ryan was a nomad. They played at
Vanderbilt,
West End Junior High. In fact, one of my BGA teams played Father Ryan at West End Junior High. Then it was on to Vanderbilt Stadium. Then it was Greer Stadium, which at the time was the home of the Nashville Sounds. I heard a couple of more earlier today. They played out in Bellevue. They played some home games at Overton, which is right down the road from here. And so getting their own stadium, first of all, required a ton of political maneuvering in and around the neighborhood. It's a miracle this ever happened.
Yeah, George, it was really kind of surreal. I remember being a kid in middle school and going to the first game over here. Of course, you with 104.5, you were over here all day with that crew. So just a special place, special community. And, like I said, I don't know that another high school does home games like this one.
So at least in this case, the Father Ryan game is underway. You will end up seeing here in a few minutes that crawler at the bottom of the screen will start getting score updates. Steven's going to do a great job back there, atta baby. And that's one of the features that we've got that we're very excited about, is the fact that we're able to give you those scores. And here's one thing you could really help us with, because this is, call it what you want, a community service, so to speak. Pass this on to some friends. Let them know that while, we want them to go to the high school game of their choice, that before and after, and in particular after, we want them tuning into this show, because we're going to give you great info. And that's something we promise.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, wall-to-wall coverage, George, from 6:30. We started a little bit after 6:30, but we were, I think we were better than last time, starting on time. 6:30 to 11 o'clock. We've got wall-to-wall coverage of high school football. We've got over 20 reporters at different games. We've already heard a couple of them, but tonight we're able to be the reporters over here. We're able to give those live updates for Father Ryan and Brentwood. So really looking forward to not only this game, but all the other games we're going to be able to cover tonight.
Okay, we'll go to our second break of the night. Father Ryan and Brentwood have just gotten underway. This is Friday Night Live, and you're watching Main Street Media Television.
For
Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought I was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
We are back at Father Ryan. They're about 3 minutes into their game with Brentwood High School. So far, scoreless. May not stay that way, but that's what we've got going on right now. Billy Derrick alongside. Normally, Zach Womble would be with us. He's on the disabled list, but even though he's playing hurt, he is playing. He joins us by phone. Zach, how in the world are you? Let's try Zach again. Zach, are you there?
Well, for some reason we're not hearing Zach. Not sure why. We'll try to give him a call right back though, George.
Oh, this is certainly live television at its best. Looks like Father Ryan has just done something pretty impressive. And
touchdown, Father Ryan, JoJo Crump.
Wow. Well, Brian Rector said they would be ready early, that it would be a much different Father Ryan team, and at least in the early going, he's right, 6-0 Irish as they get ready for the extra point.
Looks like we've got Zach back, George.
Okay. Zach, I know you're playing hurt, but you're playing nonetheless, and we appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? Just doing what I can. I feel like I told you earlier. I feel bad that I'm not down there. I feel like I've abandoned you guys. I've abandoned ship. Here I am, sitting in a climate-controlled environment. You're just out there just going through it at a high school football game. So I'm sorry I'm letting you guys down.
You know what, though, Zach? In all honesty, there is nothing quite like the atmosphere on a Friday night of high school football. Smell of popcorn, bands that are not, $1 million monstrosities. There's just something very cool about this kind of environment.
Oh, I mean, I've said for a long time, and I long believe that there's nothing matches a Friday night high school environment. It's just, there's nothing better. I mean, if you're a player, there was nothing better than, wearing your game day jersey on a Friday, walking through the halls, get your pom-poms from the cheerleaders or whatever it was. And just the lead up, like you said, the smells, the sights, the pageantry of it all, the bands that work so hard to deliver on Friday night, come through each and every week. So yeah, Friday night is unmatched by anything in athletics, in my opinion, whether that be high school, college, or professional.
And to me, early in the season where the weather is guaranteed, barring rain, to be really good, it's just a very cool setting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you guys look like you're probably enjoying the weather tonight a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of cool, Zach, it feels so much cooler than it did earlier today and yesterday. We're lucky about that.
Yeah, well, you guys were locked inside during the George Plaster show, which people can check out every day from 4 to 6 on media TV. But you guys were inside. It looked like you made the correct call.
Sounded like somebody else butted in there.
Did George?
And who knows? There's one of the things that goes on in a stadium is you get a lot of different interferences as people use wireless, that kind of thing. Zach, if you can hear me,
I think we just lost Zach.
You
George.
think we lost him?
I think we lost him. But
yeah.
I think I know what Zach was getting ready to say. He was about to start previewing some more games. Interesting matchup in Murfreesboro tonight as Gallatin visits Blackman. Gallatin, of course, shocked a lot of people in the Mid-State. They beat Mount Juliet 28-17 last week. And, of course, Blackman, we talked about it, they lost to Brentwood. So Zach Womble, he talked with Gallatin head coach Chad Watson. Hopefully we'll be able to hear that a little bit later. Gallatin, though, they are facing off with Blackman tonight. So I'm sure we will have score reports flowing in from that one as well.
One of the things about the Gallatin community, this has always been one of the top 5 or 10 places in the entire state as far as just fan enthusiasm. I was their speaker, 3 weeks ago for their touchdown club. And there is an excitement level. It was interesting. They used the sort of the example a little bit like Hoosiers, where when that team goes on the road, that's when you want to have a robbery in Gallatin because everybody goes with the team. That is a community that really values its high school football team. And last Friday night, they were able to pull one off that a lot of folks didn't see coming.
Yeah, that was a big win, George. And, we forget about a lot of the other atmospheres across the state, not just the Mid-State, but Gallatin Green Wave, one of the best. That's one of my bucket list high school football stadiums in the Mid-State to go to for a game on a Friday night. We had Coach Calvin Short on the George Plaster show, and I think that was a couple weeks ago. Legend, and he talked about it, George, and so. Gallatin is a team that, They're not very close to here, this location, but we certainly should not forget about that special atmosphere out there.
I know we're about to hear from Blaine Keller. Blaine is at White House Heritage tonight. They take on East Robertson. Can we go ahead and pull him up?
Yes, we can, George.
Blaine, talk to us. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a great night for football. It feels a little bit better than it did yesterday. Kind of on back-to-back duty here for Thursday, Friday games starting off this season. But, it's a fun game so far. It'll be a great night for football.
Well, first of all, tell us who you covered last night.
Absolutely. It was a great game between White House and Greenbrier. 20-18 was the final there. I think that probably surprised some people. I know a lot of folks think that Greenbrier's got a really solid team this year. Obviously, they're led by 3-star defensive lineman Nathan Robinson. But White House, although they're kind of piecing things together from last year's impressive run, they found a way to win last night and held on for a really nice victory before they get into region play.
Okay, tell me about the game you've got tonight. I know it's already started, but give us a little bit of info and a little bit of the background on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, East Robertson's jumped out to a quick 13-0 lead here. We're 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Division I prospects Zach Prince and Elijah Groves have both scored rushing touchdowns already. If you don't know anything about East Robertson, it's that this team has skill position players all over the field. They're a 2A school, but they've got guys all over the place. And I think that's really showing so far in the early goings of this one.
Blaine, Billy Derrick here. Thanks for taking the time with us tonight. Of course, you are at White House. What kind of an atmosphere are we looking at tonight?
Well, it's a home opener for White House Heritage, so there is a really great crowd here. I'm sure you can kind of hear the PA announcers as you probably can at most stadiums. But, this is my first time at White House Heritage's football stadium. It's a nice facility. It's a pretty packed house. You got a couple of folks lining up around the fences, but, a great atmosphere for sure.
And one more question for you here. If you were to point out a few players to watch, maybe a prediction for who's going to be the player of the game out there at White House tonight.
Absolutely. I kind of touched on it there a second ago, but Elijah Groves is a really talented junior for East Robertson. He already has a rushing touchdown. Zach Prince has offers from Tennessee Tech, I believe. He's already scored a touchdown as well, and he had 3 touchdowns last week in a 33-44 loss to Macon County. He's a dynamic player. On East Robertson's side, you got to look at Sean Groves as well. That name sounds familiar. He's the brother of 4-star safety Taylor Groves, now at Ole Miss. And for White House Heritage, Caden Wagner's a really interesting quarterback. He's kind of undersized, but he was a big part of the run that they had in the Class 3A state baseball tournament last spring.
That is great stuff. Blaine, thank you so much for the report. I know we'll end up talking to you some more before the night's over. So great job on the first report. Let's do it again.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you.
Blaine Keller reporting from White House.
White House, yep.
Double duty this week. So, okay, those of you who can see us, and that's not necessarily a pretty sight, you'll notice at the bottom of the screen the scoreboard.
Yep.
We have begun to compile that scoreboard. Stephen, the Cleveland Guardian fan, doesn't understand why they're no longer the Indians. He's rooting on the Guardians.
He's rooting.
Hey,
that's got to be weird.
He obviously is not hearing me.
No.
If he heard what we were talking about, I would get a look up from him. But anyway, they are in first place at this moment. How about that?
Who would have expected that? The Cleveland Guardians in first place. I know I wouldn't have.
Nobody. Anyway, Steven's doing a great job. We're going to get more than just what you see there. You're going to start seeing scores come in. He's got a thankless job, but he does a beautiful job with it. And throughout the night, we're going to be able to get more and more numbers onto that grid, onto that crawler.
Yeah, we've got a couple, though, right now, George. South Warren is up on Hendersonville 3-0 in the first quarter, and Blackman is up on Gallatin 7-0 in the first quarter. So a couple early scores rolling in, and we will have Stephen roll in a few more.
7-0 here. Father Ryan.
Father Ryan leads Brentwood 7-0. Forgot to mention that, but Father Ryan is up right now 7-0 late in the first quarter here over Brentwood.
Yeah, so a quick moving game. With that in mind, we'll go to the break, and we'll come back to Father Ryan High School in a moment. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Cover your name, sir. Where you are right now? Now.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Welcome back in. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television. George Plaster, Billy Derrick with you. Zach Womble not with us tonight, under the weather, but we talked to him a little while ago. It appears he's going to live.
He looks like he's going to survive this. He is in a climate-controlled environment right now, so that's probably the best thing for him right now. I think it might be deteriorating for him, but Zach, if you're watching, I know you are. We wish you the very best.
Hey, real quickly, I know we're going to go to a scoreboard update here in just a second because stuff is starting to roll in. Brady Mack should be joining us in a matter of moments. He's covering Clarksville Northeast at Montgomery Central. So if you're ready with 3 or 4 scores, let's do it.
George, I am ready for a few scores here. We start with Blackman and Gallatin. Blackman leads Gallatin 15-8 in the first quarter of that one. And we've also got a game in the first quarter. Let's see. Pigeon Forge leads Sullivan East 12-7. And we also have South Warren and Hendersonville. They're still up 3-0. South Warren is over Hendersonville 3-0 in the first quarter of that one. So that's what we got for a little bit of a scoreboard update. There haven't been too many scores that have flowed in just yet. But, George, you know very well, by about 8 o'clock, that's when you really get some scores starting to flow in. I think we've got a few fresh scores at the bottom here. But I think the most noteworthy one is Blackman and Gallatin, 15-8 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I want to remind people that we've got the crawler working. It's a little slow at the moment as far as scores trickling in. But in the next 15, 20 minutes, it'll go absolutely haywire. And then poor Steven, he won't be able to worry about those Cleveland Guardians.
No.
Got a couple of NFL scores I want to pass on, and then a tad bit of a rant to go with it. Carolina, an early 13-0 lead on Buffalo. And Seattle just kicked, because I'm watching it, a 53-yard field goal. They lead in Dallas 3-0. Against the Cowboys. I think it is dead wrong that the NFL is playing on Friday nights. Friday nights ought to be for high school football.
Reserved.
The NFL's got enough going. They got enough money. They got enough of everything. Leave Friday nights alone for people to enjoy high school football. Is that a fair rant?
I think it's fair, George. I think it's fair. Friday night, you think of Friday night, you think of high school football. You think of coming over to the nearest stadium and seeing your best friends, seeing your family, and spending that time with them. I don't see why the NFL can reserve that night for high school football, because most people around the country are at high school football games. Sorry, George, but they're not watching this Seattle-Dallas game.
Well, and for instance. Okay, I'm watching this right now. We've got a monitor over here on the NFL Network. And all of you know how big high school football is in the state of Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And nowhere more so than in the Metroplex. And it just seems dead wrong to me that they're doing that. You know, if you need to play on Sunday, if you need to play on Saturday, but don't screw with high school football.
I'm with you, George. You couldn't have said it best. And I've got one more thing to say after that. Amen. Amen.
Really?
I couldn't agree with that. It seems just right to say that here at Father Ryan, George. But we do, George, have a scoreboard update, and we're going to do scoreboard updates a little bit different tonight, George. And what we're going to do?
How so?
I am going to be real fancy and simply share my screen with the viewers. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to just scroll through the scores right here, George. And I'm going to.
You are so cutting edge.
Oh, I am very cutting edge, George. And our scoreboard update is brought to you by Donley Timmons Custom Builders. They brought us here tonight. They made this possible. Dustin Timmons and Joey Donley do a phenomenal job. They are the premier Nashville construction company. I mean, they really are. So those are some of the scores we've got so far. Springfield leads Clarksville 7-0 in the first quarter. Cane Ridge is up on Antioch 14-0. We've also got Lake County and Obion County. You've ever heard of those two schools?
That's Obion County.
Obion. So you have heard of those two schools.
Obion County was, what was the young guy, one of the great basketball players in the Cannon Whitby, I believe, came out of Obion County. Cannon Whitby was a stud.
Really good player. So, George, though, looking here, Franklin and Page are playing tonight. Page played Fairview last week. That one is in the first quarter. Montgomery Central and Northeast is in progress. We might get a scoreboard update there from Brady McAtamney. So we could potentially have that available. Westmoreland and Macon County. Westmoreland is up 22-2 in the second quarter. We will have a Terry McCormick. Is he out in Macon County tonight?
Who knows? But, I mean, Macon County's tying run is in Alaska.
You don't see too many scores.
You don't get a lot of 22-2. That's a new one.
Already in the second quarter there. Cascade and Cannon County. Cascade leads Cannon County 6-0. Germantown leads MUS, Memphis University Schools, 7-0.
Germantown was within about a mile of where I lived the year that I did Memphis State games. That's a really good program.
I've never been
young
out there.
Guy, Chris Donnelly, who started his football career at Vandy and ended up playing on Alabama's 1993 national title team with Jay Barker. He went to Germantown.
Really?
Yes.
Jay Barker?
No. You got to listen a little closer.
I missed it, George.
Chris Donnelly.
Okay. Gotcha.
Ended up playing on Alabama's 1993 national title team.
Chris Donnelly.
Where Jay Barker was the quarterback.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
George. So Woodward.
Little problem retaining the info.
Need to start getting better at retaining the information. That's my bad on that, George. McCallie, one of the best teams in the state this year, trails Woodward. And I think that school's in Georgia. Woodward Academy?
I think you're right.
If I'm not mistaken, that is Woodward Academy, and they lead McCallie right now 10-7 in that one. That is in the second quarter. DeKalb County and Smith County are tied at 7 in the first quarter. Brentwood and Father Ryan. Max Preps says no score. The game's in progress.
We know better.
We know better than that, George. Father Ryan leads Brentwood 7-0 with about 11 and a half minutes to play in the second quarter in that one. Competitive game going on behind us.
Rapidly moving.
Yeah, already in the second quarter in that one. Beach leads Henry County 3-0 in the first quarter. And Farragut leads West High School 7-6. That one's at the half. And that is your scoreboard update thus far, George.
Okay, I know Brady Mack has Clarksville Northeast and Montgomery Central. You can hear his game in the background. Brady, how are you?
I'm doing good, George. How are you?
Talk to me about what you're seeing so far.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of defense. We're currently a couple minutes into the second quarter, and we are tied at 0.
Well, you haven't got a lot to say then, do you?
No, there has not been much going on. Some penalties, but overall, some pretty good defense so far, stifling each other's offenses.
What kind of crowd you got?
It's a pretty solid crowd. The northeast side is pretty filled up. Montgomery Central brought a good crowd up from Cunningham, of course, still in Montgomery County. So, they have some claim to Clarksville, but both sides have brought pretty good crowds.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. When somebody scores in this game, we want to have some fun with it. You call back when you got a score.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Brady. Brady Mack reporting live from Clarksville Northeast, Montgomery Central. If you have the over in that game, you are in big trouble.
Condolences to anybody that has the over in that one. George, I know this is illegal, but how fun would that be if by any way it was possible? I know there would be people that would bet on high school football.
We're not going there.
Let's not go there.
We're not going there. That's a little bit of an illness. So I'm looking right now. It's 7:35, and a lot of the games are now into the second quarter. So we're going to go to a break, and then when we come back, one of the cool things we're able to do is give you live listen-ins on various games. Billy will pick one of those out. We'll tune in when we come back. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
You love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride, visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
We are back. Most of the games are now early into the second quarter. This one is 7-0 Father Ryan behind us. And this is Friday Night Live. George Plaster, Billy Derrick with you. Zach Womble not with us, under the weather, but hopefully he will rejoin us next Friday. Now, a couple of things that I want people to know. Number one, the crawler is alive and well, and we're getting those scores updated as they come into our command post. That sound good?
The command center.
The command center, sure.
The motherboard.
Yeah, right, nice try. But whatever the case, you'll start seeing, for instance, that Gallatin-Blackman
That
game
has been updated, actually. Blackman now leads Gallatin, not 8-7, 22-7 in the second quarter of that one.
Okay. Have we gotten that to the command center?
Well, we'll have to work to get that over the command center.
You know, I think they'd be really good.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the big games tonight in Nashville is Brentwood Academy and Christ Presbyterian, CPA. And let's now do a live listen-in on that game.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help, like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV.
Okay, that's one of the things that happens when you try to do this kind of thing is
we
more often than not, you'll get somebody in the middle of a commercial. We will go to that game in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's what we're going to do in 2 minutes.
That's I like that, George. I like that. And we do have a couple scoreboard updates. I just mentioned the Blackman-Gallatin game. Blackman leads Gallatin 22-8.
Does the command post have that?
I don't think so.
Okay,
we need to notify the command post.
Yeah,
of that.
why don't you drop that in their lap in between
I will
the
do
fried
that.
chicken?
I will do that, George. And we've got a big-time crowd moment. By the way, Charlie Becker just made a big-time catch for Father Ryan. He was recently just offered by Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt just offered that kid. He's a junior, very talented player. Keep an eye on him in the
Can he
mid-state.
play tomorrow night?
They might need him, George. But he's actually still in high school. He's only a junior. Really, really good receiver.
Yeah, so they must like him if they offered that early.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Alex Bailey, Vanderbilt's receivers coach, just offered him. He has a Toledo offer as well, working his way up, of course, mid-majors, but now he's hit the SEC.
He's accepted Vandy?
No, he has not accepted Vandy. But I think at this point, Vanderbilt offering that early, that's, I think that's a good impression on him and his impressions of Vanderbilt and what they might bring to him. So that's kind of an update. Charlie Becker, big reception for Father Ryan.
By the way, let me again thank the folks at Father Ryan. The level of cooperation that they have given us has been nothing short of phenomenal. How we got this worked out from way down to the right, the champions room in the right corner out to here within 30 minutes is it's a 30 for 30. Let me put it that way. Now, let's go to CPA and Brentwood Academy, and as Lindsey Nelson used to say, already in progress.
Academy lineman.
I'll tell you what, McIntyre was looking to that left side all the way. Luke Wells was wide open in the right flat, kind of tucked inside that far pylon in the end zone. McIntyre opted for the long ball to his left, getting close to the end zone here. We'll see if they'll be able to power it in, but obviously tending to an injured Eagle first.
That is one of the big guys. Can't quite tell who it is. Head coach Cody White quickly out. Trainer Alan Killingsworth stopping the clock before a big 3rd down and goal from the 2 with 3:27 to play in the first half. Certainly a different look here early than the 50-49 score that Brentwood Academy fans saw in a losing effort against Eagles Landing last week.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I said to Cody White when we were recording our podcast, which, of course, people can listen to wherever you get your podcast, 104.5 The Zone's High School Football Game of the Week podcast, where we talk to both coaches leading up to every matchup that we broadcast right here on The Zone. And talking to Cody White about that 50-49 matchup, I told him, Coach, I don't think we're going to expect that kind of scoreline here. He agreed with me, and that is obviously how it's played out. But a lot of that has to do with CPA, right? The style of their offense, how tough, physical, disciplined they are on the defensive side of the ball. As we take a look, and that looks like big number 77, Andrew Peterson, being helped off by Brentwood Academy trainers, clearly struggling to put weight on what looks like that right leg. And that's a big blow for this Brentwood Academy offensive line that we were just talking about. And Peterson, the center of that O-line. We'll see how that impacts this Brentwood Academy run game, especially as they're knocking on the door here of the CPA end zone.
Aslan Hullett, senior guard, is listed as the backup on the interior of the offensive line. So he'll come in for the injured Peterson, one of 2 junior linemen for Brentwood Academy with some Division I offers. So a big loss for Brentwood Academy, losing one of their big leaders on a big 3rd down and goal from the 2. Shotgun set. McIntyre all alone in the gun. Empty backfield. Claps his hands together. Takes the snap. Pressured. Flushed out right. Throws on the run. Has a man. Caught. Touchdown. And that is why the sophomore is ranked one of the top signal callers in the class of 2025. Under pressure, on the run. Duke Scott was wide open. Brentwood Academy up 2 scores.
Yeah, pressure did not faze McIntyre one bit. He read it instantly, rolled to his right where there were no defenders bearing down on him, and roped that ball over one CPA defender, and it nestled into Duke Scott's hands on the right side of that end zone. Graham Gilner, by the way, sliding over from that left guard spot to that center role on that play so that there's not much drop-off on one of the most important positions on the field for Brentwood Academy.
The ensuing point after is good from George Laster. And with 3:20 to play in the first half, it's Brentwood Academy 14, CPA 3, and a huge drive upcoming for the Lions, who received the opening kick of this ballgame. What a throw from the sophomore. A free release on the left side for the linebacker, Easton Dillard. And McIntyre just ran to his right, took the next read, and delivered a dart.
That's why he's ranked the number 2 quarterback in his class, the class of 2025, a 4-star prospect. Power 5 programs are taking notice of George McIntyre, Will. It's not every day you see a sophomore quarterback standing at 6'5", 187, and slinging it around the way that George McIntyre can.
So back deep to receive London Humphreys. London Baronis will kick it from right to left. Sun is set. Big sheet clouds overhead. Pale blue sky and a perfect night for football in Williamson County. Baronis, the left-footed strike the football. That's going to sail 3 yards deep for a touchback, and now possibly a game-defining drive here in the first half for CPA. Because Brentwood Academy, as quickly as they move, they had a 36-second scoring drive last week. Any amount of time they give back to the Eagles is going to be costly unless they are able to put it in for 7.
Not to mention, Brentwood Academy gets the football to start the third quarter. The last thing you want if you're CPA is to fizzle out here, punt the ball back to BA with 1 to 2 minutes on the clock, and let them work knowing they're going to get the ball back in the third. If that happens, Will, this game could be put to bed pretty quickly. This is a massive moment for the CPA Lions offense.
New quarterback for CPA. This is Braden Streeter. Into the game as the signal caller, a 6'2", 187 junior who battled with Vaccaro for the starting job in camp. He's going to get a shot with 3:20 to go in the first half. His first throw, quick, left side. That's going to be caught up to the 25 to the 30. And out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That is the big tight end, Braxton Orr, with space and with a first down, a pickup of 13.
Pretty good start by Streeter, ripping it into the left flat for a wide-open Orr. He looks comfortable, Will, barking out orders to his offensive line, settling into the shotgun.
Sure does. Against a four-man Eagles defensive front, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Quick throw, right side. There's the same man again, Braxton Orr, across the 40 up to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 10 this time. And maybe it's going to be 9. They're going to keep the chains right where they are. 2nd down 1, 2:50 to play. Lions trailing by 11.
It's interesting when you put a new quarterback in and you instantly find out who they're most comfortable with. He has looked directly at Orr on the first 2 plays he's been in the ball game and completed 2 passes.
Streeter had 3 passes last week, now 2 already in a row and 2 completions. Quick throw, right side this time. There's Lennon Humphreys with space up to the 45 of Brentwood Academy. Immediately shoved out of bounds by Isaiah Kane. There's Humphreys for the second time tonight, up to the Brentwood Academy 43-yard line, and CPA is on the move.
What an impressive adjustment here by the CPA Lions offense. 3 quick hit passes, just like that. They're past midfield, and they barely bled a minute of clock.
A 15-yard pickup, this time to Humphreys. 3 throws, 3 completions with a 6'2" junior. 2:26 to play, first half. Brentwood Academy 14, CPA 3. Streeter to throw, clean pocket, now flushed, left side, has some space, puts his foot in the ground, fires it for the end zone. That pass is incomplete. What a job batting that football away with emphasis. The safety, Colby Harmon, with his right paw, just swats it down.
Colby Harmon is the fastest player on this Brentwood Academy roster, according to his head coach. And when Andre Evans turned upfield, it felt like he could have a speed advantage to beat Harmon to the ball. Harmon said, I don't think so. But you know what, Will? Streeter showing off the arm with that toss. That thing went about 50 yards in the air, and Evans had a chance to come down with it. So Brandon Streeter showing us what he's got in the arsenal here with 2 minutes to go in the half.
2nd down and 10, Lions trailing by 11. From the Brentwood Academy 43. Man in motion, Humphreys left to right. Streeter takes the snap, pressured, fires a dart, intercepted. Brentwood Academy to midfield and immediately down. Jordan Barnes with the big play. It had a lot of velocity, but Barnes read it like a book. First down, Eagles, 1:52 left of the first half, and a huge momentum shift after CPA was moving the chains.
The recognition by Barnes was fantastic on that play. He's a critical player for this VA defense. He's that safety on the back end that gets everybody else lined up. He was patient. He waited. He saw that Burklow was open, but he allowed Streeter to let go of the football before he broke on it, and it gave him the opportunity to pick it off and allow Brentwood Academy to add to their lead with under 2 minutes to go in an 11-point advantage.
First down and 10, Eagles from the CPA 44-yard line. And Brentwood Academy is going to use their first timeout. 1:52 to play. Brentwood Academy up 14-3 on CPA. We'll keep it right here, Lucas. Brandon Streeter showing off a really good arm. That, to me, was good defense beating good offense.
Yeah, you honestly hate that for Braden Streeter because you're right. He got off to such a good start with 3 quick hit passes, moved the chains time and time again, and then uncorked a deep ball to the end zone that gave Evans a chance to bring it down. Just a great defensive play there by Brentwood Academy defensive back Colby Harmon. And there you go with, who had the interception on that play?
Jordan Barnes.
Yeah, breaking on that ball. An impressive series of plays there, back-to-back, by the Brentwood Academy secondary.
Second interception for the Brentwood Academy defense in as many weeks. Barnes, who had a forced fumble a week ago against Eagles Landing out of Georgia, picks up his first pick of the season, the senior strong safety. And out of the timeout, first down and 10, Brentwood Academy starting in Lions territory. McIntyre alone in the gun, 5 wide receiver set. Takes the snap, 3-step drop, pressured, looking, flushed out left, somehow evades the rush, flagged down as he sprints out of the backfield to the 45 to the 40. And out of bounds at the 35-yard line. This one in the position of holding thrown by our head official, Billy Fellman.
Yeah, this one's going to come back as we get the official ruling. It is holding on the Eagles. McIntyre showing that escapability, though, in those long strides when he gets out in open space. Watch out when number 12 tucks it and runs. This is going to back them up.
Way back, yeah.
Huge break for this CPA defense, and a credit to them. They created the rush that created the penalty. And now a chance to set up a first and forever. This is going to be longer than that 1st and 27 we saw earlier, Will.
This is 1st down and 32. Again, just your run-of-the-mill first down yardage.
Right.
On 1st and Franklin, McIntyre, play action, pressure, steps up, somehow spins out of it again. Still directing traffic. Running to his left, a juke move on a pump fake, and he's going to scamper out of bounds at the 40. Harry Houdini has got nothing on George McIntyre, who still has not hit the turf. It's a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and long.
Still a win for that CPA defense,
It
though,
is.
without question. If you're CPA, you'll take a 7-yard run with the clock continuing to tick now, getting closer to a minute. With Stout, with the initial pressure that McIntyre escaped, good job by Stout, sticking with it. CPA sticking with it and running him for 7 yards and keep the clock running.
2nd down and 25 for McIntyre, and flags and a false start.
Yeah, if you're CPA, you really need to stop here. And so far, everything is going in that direction. But with under a minute to go, you cannot have Brentwood Academy putting more points on the board already with a 14-3 lead and then getting the football back in the 3rd quarter with that high-powered, up-tempo offense. A stop here, critical to keep CPA in the football game at halftime.
Preston Finucane limping off the field for CPA at the end of that one of their defensive linemen.
Would be a big loss. Veteran player for this Lions defense.
So McIntyre on 2nd down and 30. He's got to go a long way here. 30 yards to be exact, I guess.
A lot of times I think you would see teams run the ball here, Will, maybe take it into halftime with a 14-3 lead, but with the guy that's got the arm of McIntyre, I don't know.
And McIntyre a little frustrated. I think his coaching staff telling him to take it to the house, and he's moving his hands like, come on. We had a 36-second scoring drive last week. He's going to give it off, though, to Deuce Scott, running up the middle, a stiff arm up to the 40. And it's just going to be 6 yards on 2nd down and 30. And a whistle and a timeout CPA.
Yeah, I think CPA can tell BA is looking to take this thing to halftime.
Okay, so as you can tell, Brentwood Academy dominating that game right now with a 14-3 lead. Tyler Palmatier is covering that game, and I believe that we have him ready. Tyler, how surprised are you at BA's dominance?
Well, I didn't really pick the game to go this way, but I've been impressed with what Brentwood Academy has. Duke Scott is a real specimen. He can really kind of just wear a defense down, and if you use him in heavy doses, and then for anybody who's watching the stream, you can see what Brentwood Academy has at quarterback. I think that threat of having George McIntyre back there behind center kind of forces defenses to be honest. The rankings came out from 247 this week, and he's the number 2 quarterback in the country in their rankings. And I just think his passing ability, and then if you're watching, look how fast he is too. He's got this big stride. That position alone that Brentwood Academy has manned with George McIntyre can really open up a lot of things for them. Just him being back there. He really hasn't gone down the field and done a whole lot, but I think just knowing what he has weapon-wise is makes it maybe a little bit easier to move the ball.
Tyler, this certainly brings some memories for me. His grandfather is the late Vanderbilt football coach George McIntyre, who I worked with in the 80s very closely, and I know how proud he would be of his grandson. That is great to hear. It's a family that I have known for, 40 years. Give me some thoughts. First of all, is Ingle Martin at the game, or is he still up in Williamsport?
I haven't been on their sideline yet. I'm kind of covering the first half of the game from the home side, but I don't believe he's here.
I'm not surprised because he got a lot of airtime last night on ESPN as they showed the game. So give me some thoughts. Do you see CPA able to mount a comeback, or would that surprise you?
Nah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they just came up with a stop here. Brentwood Academy had just gotten an interception and gotten the ball into CPA territory with about a minute left. So, BA could have just opened this thing wide open with a score. 14-3 is manageable, I think. I mean, I think CPA's got a little bit uphill to work, but I would also say that, this is a team that's been to the state championship game many times before, including the last two. So I think it's a program capable of making a comeback. Certainly as it looks right now, I think Brentwood Academy looks like they've got more going for them. But, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked with a CPA comeback. And now we go into halftime, 14-3 Brentwood Academy. The horn just went off. So, we'll see what happens.
Tyler, thank you so much. Great report. Appreciate your keeping us updated on one of the big games going on.
You're welcome, George. Thank you, guys.
Tyler Palmatier covering Brentwood Academy and CPA at the moment. BA, the 14-3 lead at the intermission. Billy, are we going elsewhere?
George, yes, we are. I think we may be ready. You're talking about live radio stream or a scoreboard update?
Oh, no, I thought you had a reporter.
Well, working on it right now, but I do have some scores for you, George.
Let's do it.
I've got some more scores for you. Station Camp leads Hillsboro 16-6 in the second quarter of that one. Second quarter also Beach 9, Henry County 7 as well. And Blackman still leads Gallatin 22-8 in that one, George. So we do have some scores that continue to roll in. But George, I think we are ready to go back to the phones. And Zach Womble has sent Bill Alexander, the head coach at Liberty Creek, our way. Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing phenomenal. I'm going to send you over to George Plaster here, my co-host. George, say hello to Bill.
Bill, how you doing?
I'm good, George. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So I know you're not playing a game tonight. How weird is it to get to watch one?
I'm sitting at home watching the Springfield-Clarksville game on TV. You get to play a few Thursday night games. Honestly, even though it's a little early in the season, it's nice to get that break a little bit and have a Friday night off.
I have no doubt about that. So when you watch a high school game, you don't get that chance very often. What kind of things do you look for?
Well, different things, really. So tonight, I'm just kind of watching like a fan would watch and just watch the football. But, obviously, if I'm scouting or if it's a team I'm going to play later in the year, I'm trying to find some tendencies and see what special guys they have. So it just really varies. But I don't play either one of these two teams, so I'm just kind of enjoying the game tonight.
You do not get that luxury very often, do you?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your game last night.
Yeah, we played Portland. They beat us 49-14. I think they're a much improved 5A team. Coach Edmonds doing a really good job. And honestly, they were just a lot bigger and more physical than we were. We told our kids at the very beginning of the year that, we would have some good nights. And we had one of those 2 weeks ago. We had the first win in school history, and we knew there were going to be some tough nights. And last night was one of those tough nights. And we just know we're going to have some of those, and we're trying to use those as opportunities to get better each week.
This will be one of those dumb questions, but now with all of this Thursday night stuff going on, how much does that change your preparation in a week where for years it's always been straight Friday and nothing else?
Yeah, it's a big difference for us. I'm really a person of great routine. And so, for many, many years, I've done things just a certain way on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday. And, I've come in from a couple of established programs. If you had to play the occasional Thursday night game, it wasn't that big a deal. But being in a brand new program, having so many young players, we're starting several freshmen and a lot of sophomores, you feel like you need that extra day. And so we sat down as a staff last week and we were like, well, what day are we going to cut? Because we have to cut a day. And we really made a decision to cut the Thursday. which is a day when you really try to clean a lot of stuff up. But we just didn't feel like we were in a situation where we could just cut one of the heavy work days out just yet.
It's really different, isn't it?
It's very different. It's, it's just when you're used to doing things a certain way, and I've been doing it 31 years, and I've played very few Thursday night games. It is very different, but, it's where the game's headed. It's, I understand the official shortage, and, those guys work hard, and we need to have them for the game. And so if that's something we have to do once or twice a year, that we'll just have to learn to flex and do that thing.
Okay, Coach, tell me this. Now, tomorrow, obviously, a lot of us are excited about the fact that college football is starting. It gives us a chance to basically be couch slugs for 10, 12 hours and, watch from 11 in the morning when Western Kentucky and Austin Peay play all the way to probably 1 o'clock the next morning when the Vandy-Hawaii game ends. Does a high school coach get that luxury?
No, not really. I probably I'll spend a little bit of time at the office in the morning, probably just a couple of hours, but I'll sit in front of my TV with the college games on, but I've got my iPad and my notepad with me, and I still pad games the old way. And so I'll spend all day halfway watching college football and doing all my scout work for the other team that we're playing this coming Friday night.
I love it. You are so good to take the time to join us. I cannot thank you enough.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate all y'all do to just push high school football to the fans and cover our kids.
Well, it's important, and I think that's one of the things that I've liked. I kept hearing in my old radio talk show life that when the Titans were coming to town that high school football would be the big loser, and I'm thrilled to say I don't think that's happened.
No, I know Zach's our media guy here in Hendersonville, Gallatin area, and he does such a good job covering us every week. And you guys have done it. There's several groups picking up and trying to do some things. So I feel like we get great coverage, and our athletes are always appreciative of it. And they love seeing their pictures in the paper and seeing the write up every week in the local paper.
Coach, thank you for taking the time to join us. Enjoy the weekend, even if you do have to work.
I appreciate it, George. Thank you so much.
You too. Take care. That was very nice. The coaches, first of all, the coaches on the high school level work their fannies off. Now, I think they're having more fun than the college guys because they're not dealing nearly as much with transfer portal, NIL, or at least I don't think they are. And I'm convinced that the high school guys are having more fun.
You said that earlier, I think last week, George, and I couldn't agree more. We talked to Coach Rector. Yeah, he might have been stressed out a little bit last week, but he gets to come back home to a home crowd like this in an atmosphere like this. And, they had a little bit of a delay today with the weather. But other than that, I mean, you're just excited. It's just, I feel like as a high school coach, you're happy all the time.
By the way, the bugs have taken over down here. I know we've got a guest. Why don't you intro?
Yeah, George, we've got Marthany Sanders. He texted me, and I apologize if I just mispronounced your name, but he is at the Grace Christian MTCS game.
Yeah, I believe
right
it's
now.
Mar Anthony.
Mar Anthony, how you doing?
No, you had it right the first time. It was Marthany.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. I didn't know.
Hold on a second. I butchered it then. My apologies.
Marthany Sanders. Well, thanks for taking the time tonight. You are at Grace Christian in Middle Tennessee Christian School, a big matchup of a couple Christian schools. So how's that one been tonight?
So far so good. Crowded on both sides here from both Grace Christian and Middle Tennessee Christian. Right now, the Lions and Grace Christian is up 7-0. We're about 7 minutes left into the second quarter. Pretty much a good defensive struggle. Been a lot of ground and pound pretty much on both sides. Kyle Davidson has the long touchdown for Grace Christian right now. But the Cougars are driving right now. They're fringe red zone territory right about at the Lions 25. Here with the second and 6 here to go. And they've been moving the ball down the field methodically down, just running the ball down Grace Christian's throat.
Grace Christian, of course, is one of the newer schools deep in Williamson County. And I know a couple of my friends have ended up being coaches there. Hey, thank you on really short notice for doing this. Really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. No problem. No problem.
Okay, I know we've got a bunch of stuff starting to come in. Andy Telly is covering South Warren at Hendersonville. Are we now ready to go to him?
George, we are just about ready for Mr. Andy Telly, and we are.
Andy, how you doing?
Yes. Oh, I'm doing great. This is quite an exciting game here in Hendersonville between the South Warren Spartans from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Came all the way back down. They're looking for revenge tonight. Hendersonville gave them their only loss of the season last year on their way to a 5A state championship in Kentucky. But I tell you, the game, South Warren was dominating the game. They shut down Hendersonville's running game completely, but then with just under 2 minutes left, the game completely turned. Mason Baker, who came in to sub the quarterback for Hendersonville, hit a 45-yard pass to, let me see what his name was. Ehrlich. Hold on. Sorry.
Hey,
Scott Ehrlich. I'm sorry.
No pressure.
He hit a 45-yard pass to Scott Ehrlich with a defender on his hip, and then Steven Mack ran it in 2 plays later from 10 yards out, put Hendersonville on the board, cut the South Warren lead from 10-0 to 10-7. Then South Warren quarterback Bryce Button threw an interception on the next play. Justin Zuger returned it to the 10, and then Mason Baker ran it in for put Hendersonville on top. 14-0 here right at halftime. So
hold on,
it's been quite an exciting few minutes.
Yeah, let me make sure I've got this. 14-10, Hendersonville near the end of the first half.
It's halftime now. Right.
Okay. 14-10.
They came back from 10 down. Hendersonville was down 10-0. Scored 2 quick touchdowns right at the end of the second quarter to take the lead.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. As conditions warrant in the second half, feel free to get back to us because we'd love to hear more. That's a terrific game you're covering.
Okay, we'll do. Thanks, George.
Okay, so a little Tennessee and Kentucky, if you will. South Warren, obviously, I think up in the Bowling Green area or close to it, and Hendersonville with a late rally in the first half to take the lead at the intermission. That's some big news right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it, George. I mean, we've got I keep forgetting about the games that we have reporters at. I hear them say what game they're at, and I'm like, oh, totally forgot that one was going on tonight. But that tells you about the army of reporters we've got over here tonight. So, of course, it's always good getting all these updates from all the reporters we've got, George.
Okay, we're going to take a break. As I look right now, it's almost 8:15. A lot of the games are at halftime. In fact, probably a majority of them are. So a lot of reports are coming in. We'll get you a scoreboard update when we come back. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd Annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back into Friday Night Light, or is it Friday Night Live?
Friday Night Live,
Okay.
George. Look what we've got here. Not a Father Ryan helmet, but a Brentwood helmet.
You thought I was going to wear this?
Well, I got word from the coach that just handed it to us that you're supposed to wear it.
Well, it ain't happening.
Not happening?
Not happening.
I don't even know if that would fit.
Unless it's got a BGA logo, it's not happening. Anyway, this is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television. Here where we are, Father Ryan has a 7-0 lead over Brentwood High School. That's this helmet at the intermission. NBA tonight, one of the real powers in the city, is at Pearl Cone. Dave Ruthenberg is covering the game for us. Dave, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good. Tell us what's going on.
Well, so far it's a big night for the Big Red. They are up big here at halftime, 28-0 on Pearl Cone. Andre Reed is having a massive night. He's got 2 touchdown passes and he has a 33-yard touchdown run. He scoring open with a pass to Hutton Durrett for an 18-yard touchdown. Then Reed on a call play kept the ball on the next drive and took it in for 33 yards to make it 14-0. They weren't done yet. Jonathan Moore added a 15-yard touchdown to make it 21-0. And just for a little more excitement, as the first half expired, Reed threw a 34-yard pass to Clayton Richards to make it 28-0. Pearl Cone has really struggled. They've gotten inside Big Red territory twice, but turned it over on downs both times. So right now, everything's looking good for the Big Red.
Dave, I think we all knew going in that for Pearl Cone to have any chance of pulling the upset, they were probably going to have to get 2 or 3 turnovers, and that's pretty much the way it's turned out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much unless you see a Big Red turning the ball over a lot in the second half, I think this thing is pretty much out of reach for Pearl Pump from what I've seen. Been a rough night, and I will say this: I'm awfully impressed with Reed and Big Red. They look like they're living up to their billing.
Reed has a lot of college scholarship possibilities. Has ended up, I believe, is he not going to Ole Miss?
That is correct. He's going to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And I can see why. He's the real thing. He's got some serious talent.
Yeah, his father, of course, is the former Tennessee State head football coach, Rod Reed. So, Dave, first of all, thank you for taking the time to come on with us, and good report.
All right. Take care, guys.
Dave Ruthenberg reporting from MBA in Pearl Cone. If you will, turn that down just a tad. There we go. These kind of things happen in live television. By the way, congratulations to the Cowboys. I'm watching them on the NFL Network. They kicked a field goal.
How about that, George? How about that? Seahawks lead 13-3 in the second quarter.
Yeah, and the Seahawks are not very good. They've got a big quarterback duel going on right now between Geno Smith and Drew Lock, and neither one of them are exactly Joe Montana.
No.
So this is going to be a rebuilding deal in Seattle, and the Cowboys are playing a bunch of bartenders tonight. Will Greer, who started at Florida but ended up at West Virginia, is the fourth quarterback on their roster, and he has seen most of the playing time tonight.
George, we've got Matthew Sawyer. He is at Gallatin and Blackman live with us now. Matthew, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's a crazy one down here.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, I'll start off with Blackman's attempted 3 onside kicks already in the first half and recovered 2 of them. Both teams scored in the first possessions, and then Blackman scored on 3 consecutive plays with those onside kicks included in there. But they've held Brinkley to 56 yards in the first half, and they've held Cook to 27 yards. So they only got 121. Gallatin's only good for 121 yards rushing in the first half so far. But Cook did show that he could throw it. He's 3 for 6 for 41 yards.
So help me here, because obviously I have not seen either one of these teams. 3 onside kicks in a half has got to be, who knows, a TSSAA record, an NCAA record. What's caused that?
Well, neither team has kicked it deep on a kickoff yet. Gallatin has pooch kicked every kickoff, and Blackman has pooched twice and the 3 onsides. I don't know if it was a momentum thing or whatever, but it was locked up. It was 8-7. Gallatin was winning 8-7 when they started doing the onside. Well, they scored. Blackman scored, and then got an onside kick, scored on the first play, got another onside kick, scored on the next play.
So you realize you're going to be able to say to your grandkids, I saw something that nobody else has ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking that way. And it's 28-14 right now. And Gallatin was out of timeouts, but they were driving with 2 minutes. They had a 2-minute drive going, and they ended the half on the 3-yard line. So we're probably just about 10 seconds away from it being a 28-21 game.
And so they've got
despite the 21 unanswered from Blackman.
Yeah. So Gallatin is on the ropes right now, down 28-14. Matthew, thank you so much for the update.
All right. I'll talk to you guys after the game.
That's Matthew Sawyer reporting from Blackman, leading 28-14. It's actually, I think, it is at Blackman. 28-14, home team against the Green Wave.
Oh, yeah. And, George, we are now ready to check in with Mr. Andy Telly. Andy Telly is at Hendersonville right now, reporting live from that game, South Warren and Hendersonville. Andy, what's going on in that one?
Well, we're just about ready to start the second half. Hendersonville turned the game around in the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. with wiping out a 10-0 deficit to take a 14-10 lead. So it's been a very exciting game. It's South Warren, who are defending state champion in Kentucky for 5A, came down here and they were dominating in the first half, had completely smothered Hendersonville's running game. But then the game turned when Hendersonville's quarterback, Mason Baker, hit Scott Ehrlich with a 45-yard pass down to the South Warren 10-yard line with just under 2 minutes left. And he made the catch with a South Warren defender on his hip, and he was fighting him off and making the catch at the same time. Steven Mack took it in from 10 yards out on the next play, and all of a sudden it's a 10-7 game. And then South Warren's first play from scrimmage, the quarterback Bryce Button threw an interception to Justin Zuger, who returned it to the South Warren 10, and then Mason Baker, 2 plays later, pulled in from the 10. Hendersonville had a 14-10 lead. But South Warren, they're not a state champion for nothing. Christian Conyer had a long return, set him up at the Hendersonville 40-yard line. Hendersonville fans were getting a little nervous, but they were able to hold him off. And the score at half was 14-10 Hendersonville. And Hendersonville's getting ready to kick off right now to start the second half. So we're looking for another exciting half of football here in Hendersonville.
Andy, what is the obviously there are teams now that will play, from 2 different states. It happens from time to time. How did this thing get set up between these two?
Well, I think, we got Christian Conyers taking another kickoff all the way back. He's still on his feet. He reverses field. Well, they finally bring him down at the Hendersonville 20. But I think what's happening is a lot of these teams are having trouble finding other teams to play them. So I know that's a big problem for Division II teams, but I think Hendersonville has had a hard time getting teams to travel here. And so they're looking to go out. And I know South Warren has played teams from this area in the past. So I guess they see this as a good way to test themselves and prepare for their season in Kentucky. But, it just kind of tells you how hard it is for some of these really powerful programs to find competition, find teams that will willing to take them on. Gavin Grau takes it another 11 yards down to the Hendersonville 8.
Andy, do this for us. It sounds like you've got a terrific game. It's a great matchup between Hendersonville and a Kentucky State power. Do this as conditions warrant. Give us a holler back.
Thanks.
Andy Telly reporting live from Hendersonville and South Warren.
Yeah, so Andy Telly doing a great job. He was at a really good game last week, and he gets to see another one this week. And we've got a Brentwood touchdown right behind us, George. Brentwood, the helmet we've got in front of us, has just tied this game up at 7.
Okay, you want to do a little live look in?
Barring a penalty, George, barring any sort of penalty, and I think it might be coming back.
Oh, wow, it is. It absolutely is.
Yep, it's coming back. So good news for the Father Ryan faithful behind us. They just caught a big-time break. Brentwood, they thought they had just tied the game up.
Yeah, offensive pass interference is the call. So it's still 7-0 Father Ryan. Tell me what you've got over there.
Well, George, we've got an interview coming up with Mr. Wes Inman, and it looks like he is. Oh, nope, he's not ready to go yet. George, we'll have to recheck in there with Wes Inman. So, George, I've got another scoreboard update for you, though.
I want to hear it.
All right, George. Of course, our scoreboard updates are always presented by the great folks at Donnelly, Timmons, and Associates. And Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders, actually, gotta get the name right, George, as we fight to get this scoreboard update up. Got to share the screen first. It's not an easy process, and it looks like we are ready to add this scoreboard update to the stream. And we scroll all the way back up, and we start, George, with Springfield and Clarksville. Springfield leads Clarksville 20-0 at the half in that one.
Does the command center have all these?
It's a good question, George. Really good question. I'll have to get back to the command center on that one.
You do that.
Perry County, look at this one. Perry County leads Hickman County 68-0 in the second quarter of that one.
Perry County, of course, the home of one of the 5 or 10 all-time leading scorers in Vanderbilt basketball history, my good friend Mike Rhodes.
Oh, what a guy, Mike Rhodes.
Oh, and a terrific shooter.
He's one of the best. Cane Ridge leads Antioch 28-6 at the half in that one. And Lake County, Obion County. Lake County leads Obion County 24-7. As we continue to scroll down, Page and Franklin are tied at 7 in the second quarter of that one.
Those are neighbors that do not get along.
No, I've heard that before, George. Northeast leads Montgomery Central 14-7 at the half. Franklin leads Silverdale 14-0. That is in the second quarter of that one. Overton and Stratford are playing tonight, George. We'll have to wait for a score on that one. Wow, we got a report earlier from Green Hill and Kenwood. Green Hill leads Kenwood 42-0.
Ivan Aronin covering that game.
Yep, in the second quarter, Ivan Aronin is over there. Cannon County leads Cascade 7-6 in the third quarter. Germantown leads MUS 9-2 in the third quarter. Another 2 outing here tonight on a Friday night. Grace Christian and South Doyle going at it. South Doyle leads Grace Christian 34-21 in the third quarter. And that one, Eagleville leads Houston County 20-0 in the third quarter. Coffee County leads Tullahoma 14-7 at the half. Smith County leads DeKalb County 14-7 in the second quarter. And McCallie and Woodward Academy down in Georgia. I think that's actually in Chattanooga. McCallie leads Woodward 14-13 as this game gets louder behind us. Father Ryan and Brentwood, of course, update here. Father Ryan leads 7-0, just over 8 minutes to play in the third quarter in this one. And George, we continue. Hendersonville leads South Warren 14-10 in the third quarter of that one. Mount Pleasant leads Scotts Hill 43-0 in the second quarter. Farragut trails West 40-21 in the fourth quarter there. McGavick all over Hillwood right now, 26-0 in the second quarter. Lebanon leads Wilson Central 22-3. Loudon and Lenore City are tied at 7 at the half. Boyd Buchanan, Coach Gary Rankin back at it. They lead Davidson Academy 13-3. Seymour leads Cherokee 19-7 in the third quarter. Cordova leads St. Benedict 21-14. And George, we've got scores all over the place. Knoxville Catholic all over South Green High School 47-0 in the second quarter. And that one, Fairview and Creekwood tied at 7 in the third quarter. Baylor and Ensworth tonight.
Wow.
Baylor leads Ensworth 21-17 at the half. So those are the games we got going on right now, George. That is your scoreboard update, powered, of course, by the great folks at Donley Timmons Custom Builders from the command center. Clay County leads Clinton County 47-0.
I know that was one I absolutely needed to know. Let's do this. We're going to go to a break. I know we're going to get a report when we come back, but I also think we're probably going to check in on another game in a live listen to. This is Friday Night Live, and this is Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham. I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
So welcome back in to Friday Night Live, Main Street Media Television. You're wondering, why am I backed away? I'm getting eaten alive by bugs. And the all of a sudden in the last hour, that has become a big problem.
Yeah,
And
they're getting bad. But I'd rather have I'd rather have bugs and a little bit of sweat than sun blaring right in my face.
We weren't really comparing.
Oh, we weren't?
No, not really. Okay, I'm told that, as a lot of you know, Portland High School had a big win last night, 49-14 over Liberty Creek. Their head coach, Wes Inman, I believe, is on the line with us. Coach, how are you?
Doing well, sir, and you?
Doing good. Thank you for taking the time. You got to be pretty pleased with what you saw last night.
I'm very, very proud of our football team. We had a heartbreaking loss to start the season. We had high expectations. We went in as a favorite. We had a very good preseason, if you will, with a good jamboree, good scrimmages. And I don't know if anybody was overlooking. I think the aggressiveness and the way that Westmoreland swarmed the ball through our pace-off earlier, we're sort of an up-tempo, and we never really could get our tempo going. And the things that we felt we needed to improve upon, I thought our senior leadership did a tremendous job this past week focusing on those things. And we went out last night and got to put it all together, got our first win, and now we are 100% focused on Clarksville Northwest coming in next week.
This is where you really earn your money as a coach, though, isn't it? When you have something tough happen and you got to figure out what buttons to push and which ones not to push.
You know, that it's funny that you say, because I think the level of consternation that I had throughout the course of last weekend might have seen me sleeping about 8 total hours within a 3-day period.
Yep.
But after Tuesday's practice, when I saw how our boys responded, good night's sleep all over again. So, kudos to them. Hats off to the other coaches. And, thank the good Lord that I had the right thing to say when I needed to say it.
Every coach talks about senior leadership. Everybody wants it. How rewarding is it when you really see it in action?
Probably the most rewarding thing, I think, is when at a distance you hear something that you would have said or have said on a number of occasions, and it's coming out of a senior's mouth, but they're saying it with equal or even more passion than you are. I think that's when, I don't know, you kind of feel like a proud papa at that point.
What I know, and I've been to one game, this has been years ago, high school football is really important up in that Portland area. That's got to be a fun part of your whole operation.
It is. I can't tell you how supportive the community is. We set out to raise the funds to ensure that every boy on our team's got a Speed Flex or a Shut F7. I wanted to get new shoulder pads on them. We have gone to an Under Armour exclusive sports program, and you have a little bit of a grace period, but we decided to buy brand new Under Armour uniforms this year. And I will assure you, they're not cheap. Obviously not cheaply made. They're a good uniform. And the community was there every step of the way. Our quarterback club has been incredibly supportive. And, it's a fun place to coach, because anytime any community has won a state championship with 95 counties in the state of Tennessee, let's say with an average of maybe 4 to 5 high schools in each of those, only 6 public schools a year get to be called a champion. So to know that right there in the town you're representing, that's happened once, it puts a pressure, but I'd say it's a good pressure. I'd rather say it's a good expectation for us to perform. And, if you're not doing it quite right, they'll let you know real quick. So, it's very, very important to the people of Portland.
Wes, you experienced some of this environment in your days at Gallatin, where you won a state title under a legendary coach in Calvin Short. We just had him on 3 weeks ago on our show. I find him, even at an advanced age, remarkable man. Give me a couple of things that you feel like you have taken from what you learned from him.
So right off the bat, I always say organization, structure, and discipline.
And I really stress the discipline part because I don't really think discipline is anything in the neighborhood of a punishment. I think it's when you create an environment where you don't have to punish a lot, that expectations are so concrete that they serve as the fixture that stabilizes. And I know that Coach Short was amazing at that. And then, it's kind of interesting. He gets far more intelligent as a football coach every minute I breathe, because I think about how effortlessly it appeared. He might tell you a different story, but it appeared it was effortless to him to run the football program. Now, I came along in the tail end of his career, so maybe by that time it was effortless, but I know what it takes to run a high school football team, and to do it with the grace and eloquence that he did it is pretty amazing to me. And he's a tremendous man, and I would hope to be a tenth the coach that he is by the time I retire.
I will amen everything you've just gotten through saying. He's a remarkable man, and I know you feel fortunate to have played for him. Talk to me a little bit about Thursday night football, and for you, how much does that change the routine?
It changed it a lot. This week, we had to have sort of an administrative meeting to talk about how we go forward after a big loss. We got into the weight room a little. We watched some film, and then we had 2 regular routine days, but you don't have a routine day before a game. Thursdays are usually shorter. They don't have pads on at all. We dialed the hitting back tremendously on the Wednesday. TSSAA really only allows you to hit 2 days in a row with a 30-minute window that live hitting occurs during. So we don't really normally hit on Mondays. We save it for our Tuesdays and our Wednesdays. And so we wedged it in to keep the routine as much the way they would deal with it on a weekly basis as possible. And then the next thing you know, it's Thursday and you're playing a football game. So it goes really, really fast.
Portland High School coach Wes Inman is on the line with us as we chat. His team played last night, had a big win over Liberty Creek. So I'm guessing here, I don't know this, that you're probably watching a game right now. When you watch a game, you don't get this chance very often. What are you looking for?
So I can't help but watch it like a coach to the nth degree. I rarely know what the score is. I can tell you what the linemen are doing, what their front is, what kind of coverage they're in. We're able to watch Clarksville Northwest, who we play next week, on NFHS, and then Springfield, who is a down-the-road opponent, is playing on My TV 30 tonight. So kind of got one eyeball on one game, one on the other, and then Coach Pena is doing a great job with those guys. He's going to trade film with us as soon as the game's over, and we're going to go ahead, and all my coaches are jazzed up to start our breakdown tonight. But, we watch it. We very rarely get to watch it like a fan anymore. There's too much analysis going on and trying to think of ways, how do they match up? How do we block them? How would we cover them? And we're able to preview our upcoming opponent and then get an idea of what Springfield has, which honestly looks pretty good at this point.
Do you get to watch much college football? Most of us are going to be glued tomorrow to what is now week 0. Do you get that chance?
Mostly out of the corner of my eye. I'm a big fan, as I've gotten older, of coaches. And if their teams are playing, I'll make a point to put down whatever it is that I'm working on so I can watch them, really in an effort to learn. And, I find my boyhood teams I'm not as big of a fan of as I used to be, but I'll try to catch my boyhood teams from time to time. But no, pretty much Saturday is going to be a work day.
Okay, it's none of my business, but give me a couple of coaches who are must-watch for you.
So, as cliche as it sounds, Nick Saban, right off the bat. I was not raised a Tennessee fan. Like, I have enjoyed them throughout the years. Obviously, I consider myself an SEC fan, but I really like what's going on at Tennessee right now with the up tempo. And so Josh Heupel is, I really enjoy watching Tennessee football right now.
I have loved the chance to talk to you, and you've been very gracious to give up some time this evening. Can't thank you enough for that. Wes will be looking for good things from your team. Keep it going.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Wes Inman is the head coach at Portland High School. They had a big win last night. I saw something a moment ago that got my attention. Some sad news out of Carolina. Sam Darnold was carted off the field tonight with what appears to be something like a season-ending kind of deal. And I noticed they're playing Buffalo. Not that part is all that important, but I noticed when they put him on the cart, Josh Allen from Buffalo went over to speak to him.
Yeah,
that's just it's what you hate. And this is, hey, it's one of the reasons that coaches aren't playing these guys. I can't blame them.
Yeah, I mean, it's preseason football. We talked about it to the nth degree. You know, there's just a care factor that is lacking from a lot of players, but that also presents some fluke, stupid injuries. And you feel for the guy, man. You just feel for him because, he had a shot to play this year and compete for a job. And, down the drain all of a sudden. So, tough news.
It is 8:50. A lot of the games are deep into the fourth quarter. What's going on here?
George, it is still 7-0. 25.
Really?
Yeah. Father Ryan was driving. JoJo Crump, quarterback, just threw an interception, though, a few plays ago. So Father Ryan, they were running the football. We got some young Irish fans back here. Father Ryan was running the football really well, but then they threw an interception, and Brentwood actually, Father Ryan got the football back. So I just missed a turnover. So Father Ryan actually does have the football, and they are close to the red zone now. So I'm all over the place, George, just like this game back here.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the break, and then when we come back, we're going to pick a game that is in the fourth quarter that you might want to listen to, sort of a live listen in. As you look at the crawler at the bottom, you can see we've done about as good a job as is humanly possible of keeping you updated on the various scores. So Stephen and the gang behind us doing a great job there. And we'll go to the break. This is Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television. And let's get the bugs out of here.
Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride, visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
We'd like to welcome you back into Friday Night Live here on the campus of Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick, and George Plaster is making his way back in as we have a special moment here on Friday Night Live. We asked for the Father Ryan Marching Band, one of the most famous and most popular marching bands in the Mid-State, to play Jump by Van Halen. And you see George here in the background. He's going to be the director. Take a listen.
It is always a great day to be Irish. The efficiency is what it should be.
So how good was that?
How about that? I can't
Yes.
believe what I just saw.
I love it.
That was awesome.
So,
that was awesome.
Who do you know who leads their band?
Jeff Schletzer leads the Father Ryan Band, George, and
he was a good man to put up with this.
Oh yeah, I did not expect that. I number one, I didn't think Frederick Strobel would follow through with
they
that.
had
But
given me a little heads up that they were going to do it.
you know, I knew there was a chance they could do it, but that was pretty cool. We'll have to clip that and save that in the old memory bank.
Well, we might just have to use it.
Now we can use it for the Plaster Show intro.
Now we can do all kinds of stuff. So, do we have a game picked out we want? Well, I know we do. Fairview and Creekwood.
Yes, we do.
And WNSR in Nashville with two friends of mine, Greg Pogue and former Vanderbilt play-by-play voice Joe Fisher. You may hear them in the background. Let's go to
So
it.
Donaldson now has passed for 116 yards. He has rushed for 72. 12 carries, 72 yards. First down, clock running, 8:15 to play. Two receivers right, one left. Under center, Donaldson, straight handoff. Sweat pushes forward, hit by Grant, first contact, falls forward to about the 45. Curtis is a little slow to get up for Fairview. He is up, but he was a little slow to come up off the knee. 200 yards rushing on the night now for Creekwood. Had 94 yards in the first half, 106 here in the second half. They'll make a substitution, bring DeMonte Evans out of the game. Charlie McCormick, who was dinged up a little earlier, is back in. Second down and 5. Handoff, Sweat running right. Stays on his feet. Into Fairview territory and dragged down, and there's another penalty flag. Dragged down at the 46-yard line. Let's see what this flag is all about.
Face mask or a horse collar because he got spun around by the handful. Three different flags on the field.
Yep. Our referee tonight, there's the personal foul. It was a face mask. Josh McWhorter with the call.
Penalty against the Yellow Jackets.
So a critical face mask penalty on Fairview. We'll march it down. Deeper into Yellow Jackets territory. They're going to walk it all the way to the 29-yard line. That is the 6th penalty of the night for 60 yards for Fairview. And the ball at the Yellow Jackets 29.
Yeah, deepest penetration in this half by either team right here.
103 yards rushing for Sweat tonight. He's going to try to add to it here. And he may add 1 or 2, but that's going to be about all as they just pile up, and the pile ends up collapsing at about the 27-yard line.
Day Sweat on the carry, number 26 for the Redhawks.
That's just a pile of boys.
Yes,
right
it
there.
was.
You thought that ball would squirt out and somebody take off around with it.
So Day Sweat now 16 carries, 107 yards as he ended up getting 4 yards out of that.
Second and 7.
Evans will come out of the game again as a quick substitution is made by Creekwood. Donaldson under center. Had to stretch to get the handoff away. Did not. It was fumbled, and Fairview's got it. You could tell that he tried to stretch to get the ball into the running back's belly, and he couldn't get it there. And Fairview gets the big turnover to stop the drive.
Last week, Creekwood, 3 turnovers. They did overcome that in the overtime win at Dixon County. This one right here, late in the game, you're threatening and you put the ball on the ground. That one was a tough one.
That's the first turnover tonight by either team. And it comes with 6:25 left in regulation. Fairview still has 2 timeouts remaining. Creekwood has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. First down. Langford moves to the left side of the formation in the slot. Man in motion coming right is Grant. They'll fake the gift to him. Claxton's going to run back to the left and not much room at all. And I think another flag is thrown in there as well.
34, Crawford Claxton, flag on the play.
Part of what starts to get involved in this is fatigue, too. Guys start reaching when they're a little bit tired.
Yeah, humid night. Not as hot out there as it is here in the press box, but
so let's see what this walk-off will be.
Second and long.
It is a hold on Fairview.
At the 18-yard line.
7th penalty for 70 yards. 5 of those penalties on Fairview have come in this second half. .6:15 left to play. Clock is running. McCoy under center. Gives. Grant finds a hole up the middle. Makes a move to the left, to the 40, to the 45, to midfield, and out of bounds. Grant made a wonderful adjustment from the middle of the field, jumped to his left, made somebody miss, and stretched it all the way down on one of the biggest offensive plays of the night.
And you had said it, Joe, this game had a feel of a back and forth where one big play might make the difference. Fairview had a similar big play, could not sustain. Now they're in plus territory with under 6 to play.
42 yards on the gallop by Grant. He now is over 100 yards. 12 carries, 101 yards. Clock not yet a factor. 5:47 and counting down. I formation on first down. Handoff Claxton. He is snowed under at the line of scrimmage. Boy, he had nowhere to go. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Fairview, though, you've got to wonder, though, if you can sustain this drive, get down there, punch it in, and, of course, that's a lot of ifs here in a game that only is 7-7, but not give Creekwood the ball back with much time to play.
See how timeouts might become a factor. Remember, Creekwood still has all 3 of its timeouts. 2nd and 10. McCoy rolling right, looking to throw. Puts one up, incomplete, overthrew Claxton. There was contact. Creekwood wants a pass I think they want a pass interference on the offense.
Yeah, either way, that ball was not catchable either way.
And the defender who made the contact on Claxton for Creekwood is down.
Well, Dikembe Mutombo, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came down hard. Both of them went up. They collided in the air. And the defender just came down like flat on his back.
Yeah, I haven't seen the number yet. I don't want to give a number until I know for sure.
Did I do it earlier? Are you already blaming me for this thing where we could be headed in about 5 minutes and 3 seconds?
The blame is coming.
Yep. I've already Googled overtime rules over here.
Still now up to a sitting position. I believe that's number, if I'm seeing that right, I think that's number 8. And it is. That's Alex Bradshaw. He's walking off on his own. Now, he not only is he the starting cornerback, he's the backup quarterback too. So,
just guessing, maybe it just got the wind knocked out of him because he came down just flat. First thing to hit was just the upper the part of his back. And his head bounced a little bit as well.
So now for Fairview, 3rd down and 11. 5:03 left in the 4th quarter. Fairview 7, Creekwood 7. Fairview's only converted 1 3rd down in this second half. In the shotgun is McCoy. Grant flares out to the left, takes the reception, runs down the sideline, has room, still on his feet. Inside the 20, inside the 15, and dragged down inside the 10-yard line.
And there's going to be a penalty at the end of it, a horse collar tackled just then. And that probably saved the touchdown with a horse collar.
Boy, Grant caught it, just flared out. They dumped it in the flat, and he caught it on a dead run and turned upfield and got 31 yards.
Yeah, 2 big plays by Grant in this drive. And Fairview's best field position tonight. Yeah, horse collar.
That's what it was ruled. So now Grant, 35 yards on 2 receptions tonight, 101 yards rushing. And Fairview knocking on the door. First and
Horse collar tackle against the Redhawks.
Goal.
Distance to goal from the end of the run.
Inside the 5-yard line.
For the Yellow Jackets.
McCoy checks the wristband, gets the call from the sideline, goes under center, brings a man in motion to his left. Quick hitter over the left side, not much there. They tried that little quick hitter handoff to Curtis, and Curtis did not make it to the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Want to remind you and everybody else that after this game, we will be naming the Omni Nashville Hotel player of the game, and you and I down on the field will be presenting a plaque.
Yep, got a couple of good candidates tonight.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and goal, about 2 yards away. Clock running, 4.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Same offensive set. They tried the same play and get basically the same result. Might have gotten about a half a yard.
Lucky they didn't get a penalty that time. There was a forward motion by the lead back before the snap. Had him leaning and didn't call it.
3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 1.
Ball is at the 1-yard line. Creekwood's defense trying to make a stand. Big Austin Davis in the middle.
Well, let me ask you this. A field goal obviously could win this game. Do you make this call because the ball is on the far left hash mark? Do you bring it back toward the middle, or is this 2-down territory?
Yeah, I don't, it's a good question. How much confidence do you have in your kicker? I don't know. Play clock is at 3. 3rd and goal. Play clock is at 1. I believe they're going to have to use a timeout. Yeah, that would have been, they didn't get the timeout in time. Illegal procedure. Oh, that's big. Instead of 3rd and goal from the 1, now it's 3rd and goal from the 6.
Now you might see that play over to the middle to line up the field goal attempt.
Goal from the 6.
Because right there, they're at the far left hash mark.
They wind the clock, 4:05 left in the 4th. Fairview 7, Creekwood 7. Couple of big plays by Layden Grant on this drive to get the Yellow Jackets in the red zone. 3rd and goal. They load up to the left side. They're going to roll right instead. McCoy looking to throw. Sends it to the back of the end zone, and it is intercepted. It is intercepted by Creekwood. And that is Bradshaw who came down with it.
Who limped off the field just moments ago.
He threw it into traffic, and Bradshaw comes in and gets the huge interception for the Redhawks.
Late across the middle.
Again.
And the penalty before that, forcing that play.
So now, 3:58 in the 4th quarter. Creekwood still has its timeouts available.
Couldn't punch it in 1st and goal from the 2.
So the huge turnover in the end zone. Moves it out to the 20-yard line. Pass to Robertson on 1st down. Breaks 1 tackle, but cannot break the 2nd.
Carry by number 4.
First contact was Cade Johns who got there to make the first hit.
Tackle for the Yellow Jackets, number 2, Wendell Billingsley.
Billingsley's the one that finished it off. Only a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8, ball on the 22.
Now, Fairview has a couple of timeouts left of their own as well. If they could make a stop, get to a 3rd and long, maybe you consider stopping the clock to buy yourself a little more time.
Just seemed like it's a Jaden Elliott big play time right now.
They had
Keon Robertson. Yep.
Robertson is wide to the left. Fairview brings the blitz. Handoff there is Elliott. Tries to get to the sideline. Not a lot of room there. They had it strung out pretty well. Run out of bounds by Claxton. It will stop the clock at 3:35 to go in this fourth quarter.
Well, they're not going to trick anybody when you have Elliott in motion, from his receiver slot at the top part of the set for him coming back.
Don't want to ignore him.
No, you're not going to. Oh, that's just a fake. No.
3rd and 3.
Interesting play here. As you mentioned, Fairview with those 2 timeouts.
And running out of bounds, stopped the clock with 3:35 left. Handoff, they try the left side again, and a little slip by Sweat. He could not get his feet back under him, and I believe he's going to be stopped for a loss. And now the decision for Creekwood, and I would think Fairview is going to use a timeout right now.
That's exactly what they're doing.
3:30 left to play.
Loss of 1 on the play. 4th and 4,
a chance to get decent field position back after a punt. Boy, you just don't have time to dwell on your mistakes. You had it down on the 1, end up turning it over, but now you got a chance to give yourself another chance.
Do you go for the block or do you set up the return?
Interesting. So we'll see what the decision is. Again, remember, Creekwood's got its timeouts remaining as well, so they can use them defensively if need be. I don't know that this was the kind of game I thought this was going to be. Early on, I didn't anticipate a high-scoring game. I would say that. Neither offense really showed that.
Yeah, well, Creekwood, 13 points in 7 tonight. Fairview, its first points of the season after being blanked at Page last Friday night.
Punt is away. Fair catch requested by Claxton and made it about the 47-yard line of the Redhawks. So Fairview is on the Creekwood side of the field after a 21-yard punt. 3:26 left to play in regulation. Fairview has 1 timeout remaining. Creekwood has all 3 of its timeouts remaining. What are the chances number 11 touches the ball on this drive?
High.
I would say reasonable, yeah.
Yes.
He is in the backfield at a tailback spot in an I formation. That is Grant. McCoy under center. McCoy looking to pass quickly, sends it out to Claxton. Claxton turns upfield, gets probably about 8 yards. They have found a little something on that left side.
But he didn't get out of bounds.
Clock continues to roll.
For the Redhawks, number 1, Jaden Elliott.
And let's see.
Well, maybe he did get out of bounds. Well, because the clock's, what I was going by was the clock still running. So they're going to add some time and stop the clock.
They're trying to communicate. 3:17 is where I think they want it to go. It's at 3:12 right now.
So apparently but I tell you, I did not see the official on the far side call it out of bounds.
They did take it to 3:17.
2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Swing pass again, really a lateral to Grant. Grant's not going to get the first down. He did get out of bounds, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Tackle for the Redhawks, number 20.
And again, they're sending everything pretty much on that left side. That's where they've had the most success recently. The clock did not run at all on that play. It's still saying 3:17. That can't be right. Maybe they need to take it back to the 3:12 where it was earlier.
There we go. Want to remind you immediately following the game broadcast, keep your dial glued to WNSR, the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Scoreboard Show. Bruno Reagan, Ray Doskey, Devlin McKenzie. They take you around the Mid-State for all your high school football scores and stats and all that stuff. The Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Scoreboard Show, live on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio, all the way up to 11 o'clock.
I think referee Josh McWhorter just ordered one of his fellow officials to come up here into the press box.
Second game that's happened for us. Remember over at Greenbrier that happened.
Yeah, I think that's what they're waiting on now. Is get. And I see the official coming up through the stands right now.
Looks like the hall monitor checking in the principal's office. Next Friday night, Joe, I'm going to keep promoting you and Kelly Holcomb, Riverdale, Blackman, down in the borough.
The borough. We both spent a little time in the borough. He had some pretty good years there, I would say.
Yeah, Hall of Fame caliber.
Yeah.
14 years in the NFL.
Okay, now the clock, I think they've got it now, 3:14. They had it at 3:22. That couldn't have been it, so they've got it at 3:14.
For the Yellow Jackets, ball on the 40.
Third down and 3 to reset. 3:14 to play. Fairview 7, Creekwood 7. McCoy under center. Handoff on a stretch play to Grant. Running left. First down and out of bounds. Well, I'll tell you what, they're just lining up behind Ferris and Hamilton on that left side and turning the corner, and a big first down to keep their drive alive. 3:09 left to play.
Got out of bounds and just the one timeout, saving that.
Remember, Creekwood still has all 3 of its timeouts.
On the 32.
Ideally, obviously, they'd like to have them when they're on offense, but they may be forced to use them on defense. Fairview got all the way down to the 1-yard line on their last drive and turned it over. I formation. Give on the delay. Grant tries the left side again, this time maybe a yard.
McCoy hands off to number 11 for
Good penetration once again. Austin Davis, the big nose guard, getting back there and disrupting that play.
I wouldn't be surprised on fake that right there, and McCoy just tucks it and goes around the left side.
Haven't
because
seen
they
a lot of
are
that.
collapsing right there.
2nd and 9, ball on the 31.
Anderson splits wide to the right. He's over here just inside the numbers. Grant is the tailback. He'll take the handoff, try to go left, and he's upended on a shoestring tackle out there by McCormick. He did not get out of bounds, I don't think. I think he was tackled before he could get there. Clock continues to run. 2:22 left in this fourth quarter.
Man, they bring in those cornerbacks up over there, especially on that. They went to the near side of the field, had 3 receivers on that side, basically everyone there to block for Grant.
And it's interesting because last week against Page, Fairview was playing really soft on the corners. They were 10, 12-yard cushions. 3rd down and 9, 2 minutes left. Fairview 6 of 13 on 3rd down. McCoy rolling to his right. Rush coming. Now he looks downfield. Sends it toward the end zone for Claxton. Thrown up for grabs. Incomplete. Bradshaw again, who had the interception in the end zone last time, was there to bat it away.
Tell you, Bradshaw, good lateral move, and he has the jumping ability. I mean, he's the one that they had to take out earlier when he landed on his back, and a high jump there to deflect that one. Strong. He's a good-looking kid. What, 6'1", 6'2", in that range?
So now 4th down. I would assume Fairview will go for it. The risk for that is if you don't convert, you give a little bit better field position at the 30, but they will go for it here.
And again, Creekwood with all 3 timeouts as well. Well, what do we have?
Well, they were going to run a little bit of trickeration right there because they sent big number 77, Connor Ferris, all the way out to the numbers with a wide receiver. Timeout, 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. Fairview 7, Creekwood 7. This is WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Dry rub wings are back at Slim Chickens.
Well, a terrific game there. And by the way, Greg Pogue and Joe Fisher, what an entertaining listen to.
They are phenomenal.
They
George,
are really good.
You know, I can't say enough about what Joe Fisher did for the Vanderbilt community and that fan base. I mean, everybody loves him. You know, tough situation, but he's back calling games with Greg Pogue. Who wouldn't want to listen to that? That's awesome. So good for them. And so they're at Fairview and Creekwood right now. But George, Father Ryan and Brentwood behind us has gotten crazy.
Oh, I know it has.
The last 3 minutes have been an absolute roller coaster. It's going on right now. 1:40 to play. Father Ryan leads 10-7. They're trying to hold on here, George. They had an interception thought they might kind of run it down, but then Father Ryan fumbled the next play. So it's pretty crazy back here behind us.
Yeah, this one is going right to the wire, and who knows, it may go to overtime. Couple of notes of at least interest to me. The Mets scored a run in the bottom of the ninth to win at home against Colorado 7-6, which is about as close as it's going to get in trying to beat the Mets.
It's about as close as you're going to get.
But the Braves are getting it done in St. Louis to the tune of 5-1 in the eighth inning. This is very encouraging for a Braves fan.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt. They needed that one tonight, George. And last time I checked, they were up 2-1, and then all of a sudden we see the scoreboard change. It was 5-1 Braves.
Yep.
Changed pretty quick on us.
And I don't pretend to know what has gone on. We've tried to monitor a little bit of everything. I'm watching a Dallas Cowboys Seattle Seahawks game that all of a sudden has gotten really tight.
Yeah, George,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
This
is good.
There sure is. Late on a Friday night, and we've got an update from Andy Telly in Hendersonville. Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. We just finished up a great game here. Hendersonville came back from a 10-0 lead to finally win 28-22 over South Warren out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, the defending 5A state champion in Kentucky. And I tell you, the whole game turned around late in the first half. South Warren was kind of dominating the play, but then Hendersonville, their quarterback Mason Baker hit a 45-yard pass to Justin Ehrlich. No, Eric Ehrlich, I think. Anyway, Scott Ehrlich, sorry. Set up a touchdown, put Hendersonville on the board, 10-7. Then they got an interception right away and ended up taking a 14-10 lead at the half. South Warren opened up the second half with a long kickoff return that set up another touchdown, but the extra point failed. Gave them a 16-14 lead. But then Steven Mack for Hendersonville scored twice. Once on a 25-yard run and another on a 39-yard run, and put Hendersonville up 28-16. They gave up one more touchdown to South Warren, but that was it. It was a hard-fought game, and Hendersonville finally woke up there late in the first half and turned it into quite an exciting game. It got to be a shootout, which it didn't look like it was going to be that in the first half.
Andy, that's about as good a high school football game as you'll ever get.
Oh, yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Two teams that were very physical, and South Warren looks really big and fast, and they got a lot of really good, talented, skill players. But Hendersonville stood up. Their defense really played well pretty much the whole game. And then in the second half, like I said, Mason Baker, Steven Mack, I mean, both of them really stepped up.
Andy,
for the Commander.
Will they play anymore? I know they've met each of the last 2 years. Is this a series that's going to continue?
Let's hope so. I'm not really sure what the future holds, whether they've got a contract to keep playing, but I sure hope so because they're well matched, both really good programs, both tough teams, and I think it would be great for the fans.
Well, it sounds like it was a terrific night up there. 28-22 the final. Hendersonville, our congratulations to that coaching staff. That's a big win for them. And thank you for taking the time to give us a really good report on it.
Oh, my pleasure. I'll talk to you next week.
Andy Telly reporting from Hendersonville's 28-22 victory. What's going on behind me?
Meanwhile, George, looks like Father Ryan's going to hold on. Brentwood just missed a field goal. It looked like a pretty long field goal. But Father Ryan, they're cheering on their side. They feel it. They can smell a victory. And 45 seconds remain. Father Ryan leads 10-7. What a grind-out game. Not saying Father Ryan won it yet, but it's looking like they might have just gotten it done. And that is a huge bounce back if they're able to.
Well, off of what happened a week ago, this was a game, not that early in the season in week 2 you can say must win, but pretty darn close.
Really close, George. We talked to Coach Rector before the game. He said that was embarrassing last week, and he took the blame for it. He said, we're going to be better tonight, and they were better tonight. So credit to him and his staff and their players. They played with a lot of emotion tonight. There was a lot going on during that game, and it was an emotion-filled game. And to be able to get that done, fight through that adversity, that's huge for this team, this school, this community on a night like this. So can't wait to talk to Coach Rector after the game as well. And, George, I think you'll be free to head out after the game.
Yeah. Do we want to check back in with Pogster and Joe Fisher? I don't know if we can do that or not.
We sure can.
But that game has been so close and so well played. Let's see if we can pull it up.
And really just the coverage was there. Everybody drops into coverage, all 8 of them, and had nowhere to go but made good yardage.
55 seconds left. Fairview 13, Creekwood 7. Red Hawks on their own 49-yard line. 2 wideouts left and right. Donaldson in the gun, takes the snap, drops, now steps up, now going to run again. He's tackled at the 45-yard line of Fairview. Creekwood will have to use the timeout. That was Cade Johns reaching out to make the tackle. He's had a good night tonight as well at that defensive end position.
Well, that time, Fairview brought the blitz. He stepped up in front of it. They weren't going to just sit back and just let him pick them out.
So still Creekwood with timeouts remaining. I think 2 timeouts remaining. Facing a 2nd down and 5 from the Fairview 46-yard line.
Yeah, the home team not in a hurry to take one of those timeouts down.
Well, once again, we really appreciate all the support we've gotten. Ricky Jones, the athletic director at Fairview, and Tim Decker, the AD at Creekwood. Of course, the head coaches, great to work with as well. And we've had a good one tonight. Fairview, a Class 3A team. Creekwood, Class 4A. 2nd and 5. Donaldson in the shotgun. Stands in. Now he's going to be flushed. And he is dropped for a loss back at the 48-yard line. They'll have to use another one, I think, here, if they have one. 35 seconds left. Clock continues to run. 3rd down and 6.
A lot of time.
3 receivers left. Donaldson to throw. Pumps, looks, throws long, looking for Elliott, incomplete. I think McCoy may have gotten a fingertip on it. Elliott had actually gotten a step behind him.
But the previous play, you got to throw the ball away. Now, in high school football, you can intentionally ground it outside of the pocket. If the pass goes beyond the line of scrimmage, just like it is in college and the NFL, that's the first year. They let a lot of time run off with that or not using a timeout. They still have 2, but he throws that ball away.
Now it's 4th and 6. This could be it for Creekwood. 4th and 6. The ball needs to get to the Fairview 41 for a first down. 3 receivers left. Donaldson takes the snap, tries to roll out. Now he tries to reverse his field, and he is going to be tackled and stopped at the line of scrimmage. Donaldson ran back into traffic and had nowhere to go. Creekwood was trying a little bit of a variation on what Fairview had done. They had receivers standing over here looking at the sideline when the ball was snapped, trying to maybe confuse the Fairview defense. Didn't happen.
Ball game.
Yep. So now Fairview has the opportunity to take a knee. Big win for the Yellow Jackets coming on the road. There's the snap and there's the knee, and I believe that will do it, and it will. 2 head coaches who've coached against each other for a long time.
So that will do it for Joe Fisher and Greg Pogue over there at Creekwood. Creekwood is going to end that one with a win, and Father Ryan ends tonight with a win over Brentwood at home. Final score, Father Ryan 10 Brentwood 7. I'm Billy Derrick. George Plaster has headed home, and we will take a break and come right back. Coming up, we'll have an interview with Coach Brian Rector and a player of his choice here from Father Ryan High School after their 10-7 win over Brentwood. Stay tuned.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back to the campus of Father Ryan High School. Father Ryan just defeated Brentwood High 10-7 in a wild roller coaster back and forth game. Wild fourth quarter. I'm here with Gavin Smith, wide receiver and defensive back for Father Ryan. Gavin, crazy game, 10-7 final. What does it mean to get a win like this after what happened last week?
I mean, it was needed. It's kind of confidence boost. You know, some things, few mistakes, picks and things like that, missed tackles. But at the end of the day, we fought and we got the win.
So after last week, we talked to Coach Rector. He said that was embarrassing. You know, we're not going to let that happen again tonight. What did he tell you guys before the game?
Attack. That was it. We had to go out there and attack, go out there and do our job.
Awesome. Well, JoJo Crump at quarterback, of course, did what he had to do. Defense did what he had to do, and special teams also giving some traffic on that kick. Full team effort. Would you agree with that tonight?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Awesome. Well, one more here before I let you go. As you get going in the season, what does a win like this do for you guys and your team? Especially you got a lot of tough opponents coming up in the region as well.
Right. I think it just motivates us. You know, it was 0-0. They had 0 points to like the third, fourth quarter. So our defense does our job. We just pick up the offense, and then we get rolling.
Awesome. Gavin, appreciate your time. That's Gavin Smith, wide receiver and defensive back for Father Ryan High School. We got Coach Rector coming up as well here on Friday Night Live. Gav, you're good to go.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. So that's Gavin Smith. Takes his helmet with him. Not able to keep that here. We've got Coach Rector coming up. Brian Rector, phenomenal job tonight, defeating Brentwood 10-7. As you can see him walking over here. We do things live TV over here, Coach.
Oh, stick and move, as I said.
Oh, yeah, get that mic up to that mouth.
Sorry, All right.
All out of
All right.
sorts,
Here
huh?
we go. That's right.
Coach, you just talked to Gavin, mentioned last week and how you guys are able to respond. It's not easy starting the season out with an East Nashville team on the road, and then you got to come back home and play a really tough Brentwood team. What have the last couple weeks been like for you and your program?
Well, the head coach should take one on the chin for scheduling all these people. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where you love to play in these types of environments. Every Friday, it was a great environment, an amazing crowd on both sides, as we kind of predicted in the pregame show. And, just a lot of heart. Now, don't get me wrong, there was some ugly football out there. I mean, there was some really bad football. I don't want to speak for Coach Finch, but I think he'd agree with me. That was some bad offense tonight. I mean, I don't know how exciting that was for the fans, but there were some exciting moments anyway. And we were, mentally tough enough to come out on top, when it mattered the most. And I'm proud of our kids.
Coach, it felt like the crowd really gave you guys an extra boost tonight in a game as tight as that one. Would you give a little bit of credit to the Father Ryan
the
faithful
jungle,
tonight?
baby? That's right. The Father Ryan faithful, the jungle. I think they had their construction theme. The students do a great job every week of coming up with these nutty themes that are just hilarious. You come somewhere and people are wearing Hawaiian shirts on one side and construction on the other. That's just awesome. I mean, that's just really awesome. Going a little bit more creative than just like whiteouts and stuff like that. So, great crowd, great atmosphere. Pretty bad football. We got to get better.
Coach, what does it mean to you to look at your team and watch a game like that? You said bad football maybe wasn't the most pretty football, but to get a win like that, what does that mean? And what did you learn about your team tonight?
Well, the fight, that that's exactly a great question because, we're kind of, all week long going, man, what kind of team are we? What kind of team can we be? And right now we know we'll fight, and at least we know that we'll fight and give some great effort. We've got to take care of the ball better. We're not very good and out of rhythm offensively. And we definitely have to get to playing better team ball. If we can get the defense who was out of whack last week in sync with the offense who was out of whack this week, hopefully we can put it all together, man, and have a pretty decent to pretty good football team.
Coach, looking at special teams, that played a role tonight.
It
you
did.
saw it on both sides.
It did.
You guys were able to make a big kick late in that first half, and then Brentwood, you guys were able to get some pressure on that kick and kind of disrupt it a little bit.
Yeah, I think we got a tip on one of them. The second one that was attempted, we definitely blocked that one, and so that was big. And again, I mean, it's stuff we work on. We don't spend an hour on it, but we literally stepped through that today. And, their kicker was a little off, which was obviously to our advantage tonight.
Coach, Brentwood's a Williamson County team. You're pretty familiar with those teams, aren't you? Do you think that helped at all tonight, or do you throw that out?
No, I mean, I throw it out. I mean, I know the character of their kids. And so, things like pregame or halftime, I'm like, these guys are not quitting. And of course, true to form, you play a Williamson County team, they're not going to quit. Okay. And they're going to be well coached, especially Brentwood by Coach Finch and really all of them. And so, being a part of that scene for so many years, the familiarity, I would admit, probably helps a little bit.
Coach, one more here. I know you got to go home, get some rest, and but I don't know how much you're going to be resting next week. You got Pope Prep coming right here to Giacosa Stadium. How much does this win help you guys kind of building momentum for a big week like that?
Well, it's a win. And, sometimes as a head coach, and I know my assistants are the same way because they kind of take my personality a little bit. We're too hard on ourselves after a win. Like I'm a little upset right now, because I want to win better. I want to win, and not necessarily by more points, but I want to win by playing better. The fumbles, the this, the that, we got to get rid of that, man. If we do that next week against this really good Pope Prep team, I mean, it will not go our way. So we have to take a massive step forward from this week to the next, and that's really going to be the big message.
That's Coach Rector, Brian Rector, defeating Brentwood High. Final score 10-7 here at Giacosa Stadium. Next Friday night, Pope Prep comes right here, Coach. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. That was Coach Brian Rector after the 10-7 victory over Brentwood High. We will take a break and come right back here to Giacosa Stadium for some scoreboard reports. We'll do some more live listen-ins here at Father Ryan High School. Final score here, Father Ryan 10, Brentwood 7. We will take a quick break and come right back here to you.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride, visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
This is Attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with the tractor-trailer truck that hurt my leg so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back to Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick. Glad to be with you here on a Friday night. It's Friday Night Rivals. Not Friday Night Rivals. I'm getting mixed up always like George. Friday Night Live here, sponsored by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Big thanks to everyone here at Father Ryan who made this possible. Donley Timmons, huge part of that as well with all of our scoreboard updates and making this live remote broadcast possible. So big thanks to them. We will go now to a live report from Brady McAtamney. He is at Clarksville Northeast and Montgomery Central. Brady, has that one gone final yet?
We have gone final, and I would like to actually run a little theory by you guys, if that's all right.
That's fine. Well, Brady, it's just me now, so you're talking to me.
All right. Well, remember when I called in earlier and I told George that it was a 0-0 game, not much offense?
Yeah.
So I think someone must have told the players that they were disappointing the great George Plaster, because as soon as there were touchdowns on 3 of the next 4 drives. It was 14-6 Northeast 14-7 Northeast as we went into halftime. We ended up winning that game 38-7.
Wow. How did that go down? What were some of the big plays that caused that?
Yeah, so Northeast offense, they got a lot of really fast guys, a lot of good shifty guys, and they just eventually started getting into space against a slower Montgomery Central defense, and it just kind of snowballed. You know, Montgomery Central has a younger team, so when they start seeing the backs of guys' jerseys running past them, that really hurts their confidence. And I think they got in their own heads a little bit, and Northeast just took advantage of that.
Awesome, Brady. Well, if you had an MVP for tonight out there at Clarksville Northeast, who would be your MVP in that game?
I know this is kind of a cop-out, but I want to give it to Northeast defense. They had just a phenomenal game. They forced, I believe, at least 3 turnovers, stopped guys on 4th down tries, and they put their offense in great position all night. So not exactly one player. I know that's cheating a little bit, but I want to give it to that Northeast defense.
Well, Brady, thanks for taking the time tonight. We really appreciate your coverage out there, and hopefully you're able to make it home safely and soon, and have a restful weekend. Enjoy the college football tomorrow.
Thank you, Billy. You too.
Thanks, Brady. That was Brady McAtamney reporting live from Clarksville Northeast as they went final out there at Montgomery Central. And we will work on getting Terry McCormick in here live for his final score report out there at Westmoreland. As we work to get Terry McCormick in here, they were up big on Macon County last time we checked. And we've got Terry McCormick with us here live. Terry, how did that one end up out there at Westmoreland?
Well, it was at Macon County, and
that's my bad.
Tigers escaped with a 20-15 victory. It was really a crazy game. Macon County got touchdowns on 2 really big plays from sophomore wingback and all do everything type of guy, Dave Borders. He had a 73-yard touchdown pass that he caught in the second quarter that put Macon County up 13-0. And then after Westmoreland battled back and tied the game at 13-all late in the third quarter, he took the ensuing kickoff back 92 yards for a touchdown that made it 20-13. Eagles had their chances late in the game, had 2 opportunities. They were able to sack quarterback Kyle Shockley in the end zone. I think it was Matt Law that did that, which made it 20-15. And then on the ensuing free kick, the Eagles couldn't get enough offense going. They turned the ball over on downs. Macon County was trying to ride out the clock, fumbled the ball with about a minute and a half left, giving the Eagles another opportunity. But Macon County's defense again rose to the occasion. They stopped a 4th down pass, 2 yards short of the first down, and the Tigers held on for the win.
Wow, that sounds like a wild finish. So final score out there in Macon County, Westmoreland defeats Macon County 20-15. Looking ahead, Terry, next week big game against Watertown for Westmoreland. After this loss, what does that do? Does that put more pressure on this Westmoreland team for next Friday night's game?
Well, this was one of those games a lot like last week against Portland, where it's a rivalry game, and that's the game that you you know, a lot of these players know each other between Westmoreland and Macon County. That's the one where they'll talk about 10 years from now, you know, remember when we beat you, you know, back when I was a senior, that sort of thing. But what really counts for the Eagles, starting next, it's a Thursday night game at home against Watertown. What really counts for them is that this is a region game against the team that has won the region regular season the past 2 years and has really dominated the Eagles over that period of time. The Eagles feel like that maybe they can compete this year because they've got a very senior-laden football team with 18 seniors among 62 players.
Terry, one more before I let you go. How impressed were you with Macon County tonight? Obviously, we saw Westmoreland last week and how good they were against Portland, a really good team. Close win, a close loss tonight for Westmoreland. So, but we've talked about Westmoreland. What did you learn from that Macon County team tonight?
Well, they've got a really solid defense. This kid, Logan Swindle, in the middle of their defensive line was all over the place tonight, making all kinds of tackles and stopping Eagle backs for very short gains or sometimes losses. And then the Borders twins, they're both sophomores, Zach and Gabe Borders. In fact, I coached them in Little League, so they have been just little speed demons ever since they were about 8 or 9 years old. And they showed it tonight, especially Gabe with the 2 long touchdowns.
Terry, that sounded like a fun game tonight out there in Macon County. Hopefully you are able to drive back safely. And thanks, as always, for your report.
No problem. Thanks.
Thanks, Terry. That was Terry McCormick reporting live from Westmoreland and Macon County. And always fun checking in with Terry McCormick. As always, we will get you another scoreboard update powered by Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders. But right now, we're gonna head over to Matt Sawyer as I check what game you're at. Gallatin and Blackman. Matthew, how did that one end up tonight?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Let's hear it.
It ended up, well, Blackman got the win 42-33, but, you know, they went into halftime with a 28-14 lead, and midway through the third, Gallatin was within a point. Gallatin, first after the 3 onside kicks in the first half, Blackman kicked off the second half with another onside attempt, but Gallatin recovered, and they took the ball down and scored. And then on Blackman's second play from scrimmage, they picked it off at midfield and almost returned it for a touchdown. But Gallatin scored again 2 plays later. But they missed. Gallatin was within a point, and then again within 2 points later on in the game. They missed a 2-point conversion and a point after from tying the game both times.
Matthew, I'm not sure if you were able to watch much of the Blackman-Brentwood game last week. A lot of people were surprised by that. Brentwood ended up beating Blackman 23-14 in that one. But we fast forward to tonight. Blackman gets a close shootout win over Gallatin. What does that say about this Blackman team, the fact that they were able to bounce back after a loss last week?
Well, I think they have a very high-powered offense, and I think they I don't know what they did last week, but I think they're capable of this because they had 4 scoring drives under a minute tonight. 2 of them were just one play, and their defense. You know, their coach told me tonight they're small on defense, but I guess being able to be small on defense and at least not let Gallatin just run all over them, run rampant over them. I didn't really put 400 rushing yards up last week on Mount Juliet. So, it's anybody's guess with Blackman right now. They gotta prove themselves. They had a 5-5 down year last year. So I guess it's up to them to prove it to everybody that this isn't a fluke tonight.
Well, Matthew, before I let you go, thanks again for being on with us. Let's fast forward a little bit to next week. Blackman will play against Riverdale out there in Murfreesboro. Looking ahead to that one, first off, what did you learn about Blackman tonight? But also going into that one against Riverdale, what kind of momentum does that give them?
Well, it should give them great momentum. I know Riverdale's lost a lot, but they still have a lot too. They probably have one of the top defensive players in the state with Herring. But that's all. That game, you can almost always just throw records out the window when those 2 teams meet. That's why they call it the backyard brawl around here. So, it'll probably be billed, as normal.
No doubt. Matthew, thanks for checking in with us from Blackman and Gallatin game, and hopefully that one was fun to watch for everybody. Thanks for taking the time.
All right, thank you.
So that was Matthew Sawyer reporting live from Blackman and Gallatin as that one went final. And we're going to go now to Casey Patrick reporting from the Fairview Creekwood game. Casey, how did that one end up?
Well, Fairview actually, they were able to score very, very late, about a minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. They pulled out a trick play. Coach Hughes said Michael Jackson, his offensive coordinator, had come up with it. He stole it from Gus Malzahn, and they pulled out a trick play. They had a bunch of weird players all over the field and they hit one of the running backs over the middle. I can't remember now. I'm having a brain fart, but hit one of the running backs over the middle for a touchdown, a 35-yard touchdown, I believe. Like I said, with a minute, about 20 seconds. They missed the extra point, but they were up 13-7. Creekwood would go on to turn the ball over on downs. Fairview, they moved to 1-1 on the year.
Casey, we were listening into that game a little bit. Joe Fisher and Greg Pogue were on the call there. What kind of excitement was there tonight? I know you talked to us a little bit earlier, but what kind of a crowd did we see tonight over there, and what kind of an impact do you think they had on the game tonight?
Well, I'll put it this way. During halftime, some of the Fairview student section actually walked over into the Creekwood student section, and they started chit-chatting. So the kids know each other. They play each other in all different sports. A lot of the parents know each other. One of the Fairview parents was talking and said that her niece was at Creekwood, and there's a lot of families that they play against each other, a lot of friends that grew up. That, like I said earlier, the two schools are not too far apart. And, when you have two schools like that are both very invested in their programs, they fill up the seats. And there were not a lot of open seats at all, if any, tonight in the stand. And that definitely played a big part into it, especially for both sides.
Casey, I got one more before I let you go here. Of course, Fairview got the 13-7 win over Creekwood tonight. Looking at the Yellow Jackets, nice start to the season for them. They got a win over Smith County to begin the season, but they lost to Page last week, but they bounced back here tonight. They'll have Stewart County on the road next week. What's your feeling on the Fairview Yellow Jacket program as they've kind of bounced back a little bit after their tough start to the season?
Well, I tell you, Coach Hughes put it this way to me. He said he's got a junior quarterback in Mays McCoy that he likes his leadership. His two running backs tonight, they both pounded the rock all night long. Crawford and I believe Crawford was the one that caught the touchdown. But they both ran the ball probably 15, 20 times each. They only turned the ball over once that I remember. He doesn't exactly like or love his offense yet, but he likes the pieces that he has. He says within the 20s, he loves his team on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they fly to the ball. Offensively, they move it pretty good. He just wants to see him get better in the red zone, and they're going to need to because he's not happy with the lack of points so far this year, but he is happy with some of the signs he's seen so far.
Casey, real quick before I let you go, I'm taking a look at your Twitter profile here, and I'm seeing you in a Tennessee jersey. It looks like you're yelling at somebody over there on the field for Tennessee. I reckon you're a big Tennessee fan.
Yes, sir. And I was hollering at Jeremy Pruitt because he left a certain quarterback in a football game way too long, and I'm glad Jeremy Pruitt's gone. I actually need to change that profile picture because I've lost about 75 pounds. I don't look any better, but I feel a little bit better.
That's awesome. Good for you, man. What are your expectations for Coach Heupel's club this year?
I think they're going to score a lot of points. I'm afraid they're going to give up a lot of points too, though. But, for the last 15 years, I've been watching really bad Tennessee football, so I might as well watch them score points if they are going to lose a few games along the way.
That seems like the consensus from everybody. Casey, thanks for taking the time tonight, and safe travels back home.
Hey, yes, sir. Y'all too, and thanks for the show. Y'all are doing a great job.
Thanks, Casey. Appreciate it. That was Casey Patrick reporting live from the Fairview Creekwood game. Fairview gets a big win out there over Creekwood. Final score 13-7. And that obviously always a great crowd out there at Creekwood for that game. And we look forward to Fairview's next game against Stewart County. So we we will look forward to that one. And speaking of us here at Father Ryan, we will go to break real quick here and come right back with a scoreboard update and more live listen-ins here on your Friday nights. Keep it right here on Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah, there will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back to Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick reporting live here from Giacosa Stadium, where Father Ryan just defeated Brentwood High. Final score 10-7. Wild final 3 or 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. Of course, Father Ryan got an interception by James Henson, but then the very next play, Father Ryan fumbled. Brentwood forced a fumble. Brentwood went down with about 2 minutes to play, tried to drive down and score. But Father Ryan was able to force a missed field goal, about 45 seconds to play, and Father Ryan held on to get the win. Big thanks to Father Ryan High School, everybody here that made this possible tonight. Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders for their scoreboard updates all throughout the night, and also the Tennessee Highway Safety Office as well. Now let's take the time to check in with Brian Stewart. He was out at Hendersonville South Warren tonight. Brian, how'd that one end up?
It was a great game tonight, Billy. Sumner County, as I said last week at Station Camp, was just always good football around here at Sumner County. Hendersonville and South Warren. South Warren was a great team last year, had a great team coming in this year. Hendersonville got off to a little bit of a slow start, but their sophomore quarterback, Caleb Sams, had some good plays. But as a sophomore, you expect them to make some mistakes. He had one interception that was tipped early at the line, but Hendersonville made up with it, bringing in Mason Baker, junior quarterback, and he threw the ball and ran the ball really well tonight. Commandos jumped out, South Warren jumped out to an early lead with a field goal and then a touchdown to make it 10-0. But Hendersonville came back with a big play from Mason Baker on looked like about a 50-yard throw down to the goal line, and answer right back at halftime, or right before halftime, make it 10-7. And then the Spartans had that ground game going. They have two running backs that just played really well tonight. Had a couple touchdowns each for them. The answer, though, was Hendersonville, with Mack running for a couple touchdowns, and he had a 38-yard TD run, just a bruiser in that backfield, running through open field tackles, and the final score ended up being 28-22, Hendersonville over the Spartans tonight. Great game from beginning to finish.
Brian, was that game at South Warren tonight?
It was in Hendersonville.
Okay, that was in Hendersonville. What was the atmosphere out there like tonight? I know Hendersonville, they always do it right out there. I've been to one game out there before. Phenomenal crowd and community, of course, as many high school fan bases are. But what kind of crowd was out there tonight? And do you think they played a role in the game tonight?
Oh, I think they absolutely did. The black and gold always shows up. The parents have a big following out there. A lot of fan support. The student section is always fun to watch. They were dressed up in the neon tonight, and they were loud from start to finish. The band played really well at halftime, kept the energy up. The visiting crowd with South Warren had a great turnout as well. They had a lot of people in the bleachers on the visitor side. So it was just a good atmosphere for high school football tonight. And as I said last week, Station Camp, their crowd is amazing. They had the stands packed. I mean, when you come to watch Sumner County football, any stadium you go to, it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere. I'll be out at Beach in Hendersonville next week. It's the Shackle Island rivalry there, so we'll see how that goes whenever Hendersonville travels over to Beach and plays them at home next week.
Oh, you're exactly right, Brian. They do it right out there in Sumner County. One more question here before I let you go. You're a big Hendersonville Commandos guy. They had a tough start to the season. I mean, they're playing Oakland, so tough start to the season, 42-0 loss, but they bounced back tonight. Tough win over a good South Warren team. But now, next week, it's the Mayor's Cup. They'll travel to Beach to play a really good team, as they are every year. Where is this Hendersonville Commandos team right now ahead of the Mayor's Cup, one of the biggest matchups every year in the state?
Well, you know that just like with any sport, momentum is key. And when you get beat and run into a buzzsaw with the last week's loss, and you come back and respond at home with a great crowd and beat a really good South Warren team. Their quarterback was great. Their running backs were great. Their defense played well. Hendersonville just outlasted them, and you can see that they made some great plays down the stretch where South Warren just wasn't able to do it. So taking that momentum into Beach next week is going to be a huge key for Hendersonville, but they better have them chin strapped on tight because Beach plays tough football. They have a good team year in, year out. And I know this Shackle Island community well because I live right here in the Shackle Island community. And they are going to come loud and proud next week, and it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere for football.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. You better buckle up for that one because it's going to be really fun, and we will look forward to your report for that game. Thanks so much for taking the time tonight, and safe travels. I'm sure you're already home, actually.
I am. I am home with my chocolate lab, and we're actually watching some football on TV right now. So we'll be ready to go next week. And Billy, for myself and One Stop Realty, we can't tell you how much we appreciate what you and the radio team are doing to get this high school football program to everybody out there. It's a great thing you guys are pulling off here. Thank you.
Brian, I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And there's really nothing like a Friday night when no matter where you are in the Mid-State, and you were reporting live there from the South Warren Hendersonville matchup. Of course, big win for Hendersonville, and we'll check back up with you next week, Brian. Have a good one, and thanks for the time.
Thanks, Billy. Bye-bye.
That was Brian Stewart reporting live. He was reporting live from Hendersonville and South Warren. That matchup, of course, went down to the wire. Hendersonville, of course, ends up pulling off the victory 28-22. That was the final in that one. We are approaching a call from Ivan Aronin from Kenwood and Green Hill, and here he is. Oh, Ivan Aronin is actually not there. So we will continue to work on Ivan Aronin. We will, after we get Ivan on, we will take another break. We'll probably take a couple more breaks. We'll get you one last scoreboard update, and then I'll kind of sit back, relax, and talk a little high school football, go through some of the scores, and as always, go through some of the games next week. And we will look forward to that as always. But we'll take a break and come right back here on Friday Night Live. Week 2 of high school football is a wrap, and we will take a break and come right back here from Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick here Friday Night Live on Main Street Media Television.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Do you love bacon? I mean, do you really love bacon? Who doesn't, right? The 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Fest is coming up Saturday, September 10th. Admission and parking are free. The Bacon Festival will feature live music, food, and craft vendors. And did I say bacon? You can ride a mechanical hog ride. Visit the Kids Zone with free inflatables. There will also be hourly raffles with great prizes and an opportunity to purchase Bacon Festival merchandise. And did I say bacon? Yeah. There will even be a bacon eating contest. Visit the 3rd annual Murfreesboro Bacon Festival Facebook page for all the details.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you. When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615 847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought I was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back to Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick reporting live here from Giacosa Stadium on the beautiful campus of Father Ryan High School here on Norwood Drive, just south of Berry Hill, Tennessee, not far from downtown Nashville. What a game here tonight that we saw. Father Ryan ended up beating Brentwood 10-7. Tried to think of a player of the game. We had Gavin Smith, wide receiver and defensive back, on the post-game show. And he'd probably be the player of the game. Really well defensively and, obviously contributed to the team offensively as well. But Father Ryan, what a victory tonight that they got over Brentwood. And you can't say enough about Coach Rector and that staff and everyone on the team tonight. Father Ryan's fan base and community got it done tonight. 10-7 the final over Brentwood. And thanks again to Father Ryan High School for giving us this platform and this beautiful backdrop of the beautiful turf field. And we had a few visitors here today. Coach Rector checked in, and Paul Davis, the president of Father Ryan High School, also checked in. So thank you again from the bottom of our hearts here at Main Street Media Television to Father Ryan High School for their contributions to us tonight. But let's get to a scoreboard update powered by Donley Timmons Custom Builders. We start, as you can see on the screen here, Webb defeats Gibbs 52-7. Well, not yet. That's actually still in the fourth quarter, but they will have defeated Gibbs by the end of the night. 52-7, that score right now. Hickman County leads Perry County 6-0 late in that one in the third quarter. Fayette Academy defeats Halls 27-7. Carnes beats William Blount 42-14. Cane Ridge all over Antioch 61-6. We continue to scroll down the list here. Sevier County over in East Tennessee defeats Carter High School 20-14. We mentioned this one earlier. Definitely not in the first quarter. That one's late in the game. Lake County over Obion County 24-15 right now as we speak. Continue to go along. Page up late on Franklin 28-17 in the fourth quarter in that one. Northeast, Clarksville Northeast defeats Montgomery Central 38-7. Franklin all over Silverdale 14-0 in the second half of that one. Briarcrest leads Houston 29-21. 29-28. They actually defeated Houston 29-28. Westmoreland defeats Macon County. Terry McCormick gave us a report from that one. Green Hill defeats Kenwood 49-0. Cascade over Cannon County 20-14. Germantown beats Memphis University School, MUS 21-15. South Doyle over Grace Christian Academy 34-28. Eagleville defeats Houston County 34-8. Coffee County beats Tullahoma 35-14. McCallie leads Woodward Academy from Georgia late in that one in the fourth quarter, 17-13. DeKalb County over Smith County 17-14. That is a final. Hendersonville holds on to beat South Warren 28-22. Father Ryan right here at Giacosa Stadium holds on late to beat Brentwood 10-7 in that one. Mount Pleasant is all over Scotts Hill right now, 43-0 in the fourth quarter of that one. Union City over University School of Nashville, 19-6. West High School beats Farragut tonight, 40-21. McGavock leads Hillwood late in that one, 26-0. Fayetteville over Lewis County, 38-8. Lebanon all over Wilson Central tonight, 43-3. Loudon and Lenore City are tied at 7 late in that one. Covington defeats Jackson North 34-0. Boyd Buchanan holds on to beat Davidson Academy 39-10. Seymour High School beats Cherokee 42-28. As we continue, Cordova defeats, they're beating St. Benedict right now 21-20 late in that one. Knoxville Catholic all over South Green late in that one, 47-0. Haywood High School beats Oak Haven 58-6. Fairview holds on to beat Creekwood. We had the report from Casey Patrick late in that one. Fairview holds on late 13-7 to beat Creekwood. Baylor ends up beating Ensworth on the road 35-17. Munford beats Millington Central 38-0. Summit beats Spring Hill 35-0. White Station over Memphis Central 15-14. Nolensville holds on to beat Giles County tonight 21-14. Nolensville hot 2-0 start to the season after beating BGA last week. Arlington beats Memphis East 48-12. Hardin County beats Adamsville 44-0. Christian Brothers beats Sheffield 51-0 in that one. Brentwood Academy holds on to beat CPA tonight 28-17. Collierville over Douglas 42-0. Hamilton beats Wooddale 24-0. Knoxville High School leading Fulton right now 41-21 in the fourth quarter of that one. Republic leads Maplewood 46-9 late in overtime of that one. Daniel Boone High School all over West Ridge 27-0 late in that game. Riverdale defeats Rossview 31-7. Montgomery Bell Academy all over Pearl Cone tonight 49-6. Northview leads West Green late in that one 37-6. And South Gibbons all over Westwood late in that one 27-0. So that is your scoreboard update. Probably the last one of the night. We'll take a break and come right back, and we'll talk about some of next week's games here on Friday Night Live from Father Ryan High School.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Welcome back to Father Ryan High School. Right behind me, we've got the beautiful Giacosa Stadium. Father Ryan ends up beating Brentwood 10-7. A wild roller coaster type game. Father Ryan partially blocked. We thought the last kick from Brentwood, and Father Ryan ends up holding on 10-7 tonight. We're going to get you out of here a little bit early tonight. We'll give you one more scoreboard report presented by Donnelly Timmons Custom Builders as we get the music rolling. One last scoreboard report for you. We start with last night's games. Harpeth, Thursday night games. Harpeth beats Cheatham County 40-0. Columbia over Dixon County 14-13. BCA beats Ezell Harding 51-6. Goodpasture over Nashville Christian 14-12. Hunters Lane over Sycamore 33-7. Portland beats Liberty Creek 49-14. Ravenwood beats BGA 56-3. Smyrna over Rockvale 33-12. Marshall County 36, Shelbyville 14. White House 20, Greenbrier 18. Now to the last bit of tonight's games. Cane Ridge over Antioch 61-6. Blackman beats Gallatin 42-33. Brentwood Academy over CPA 28-17. Camden Central beats East Hickman 41-27. Cascade beats Cannon County 20-14. Centennial over Lincoln County 42-7. Clarksville Academy over the Webb School 41-7. Clarksville Northeast over Montgomery Central 38-7. Clay County beats Clinton County in Kentucky 53-0. Lookout Valley over Community 21-14. Scrolling through here, Baylor beats Ensworth 35-17. Father Ryan over Brentwood 10-7. Watertown over Gordonsville 28-13. Green Hill beats Kenwood 49-0. Hendersonville over South Warren 28-22. Beach 26, Henry County 21. Perry County played Hickman County, did not get a score on that one. Eagleville beats Houston County 34-8. Lebanon over Wilson Central 43-3. Cookeville beats Livingston Academy 27-7. NBA beats Pearl Cone 49-6. McCallie beats Woodward Academy in Georgia 17-13. McGavock over Hillwood 47-14. Nolensville beats Giles County 21-14. Page over Franklin 28-17. JP 234, Pure Youth Alliance Siegel over Laverne, 14-6. Springfield over Clarksville, 34-0. John Overton High School beats Stratford, 47-0. Wayne County over Summertown, 14-7. York Institute beats Jackson County, 35-2. And that will do it for Friday Night Live. Again, to close out the night tonight, I want to say a big thank you to Father Ryan High School, Frederick Strobel, Stuart Magnus, everybody involved tonight. George Plaster, of course, Brian Rector, Paul Davis, everybody that made tonight possible. Father Ryan gets a 10-7 win over Brentwood High School. Father Ryan will return here to Giacosa Stadium to face Pope John Paul II. Pope Prep now they're called. That'll be the rivalry game, the Bishop's Cup next Friday. So we look forward to that one. We will have coverage of that one. We'll have a Main Street Preps reporter there as well. So saying so long and good night to all of you here from Father Ryan High School. I'm Billy Derrick, and thanks for watching here on Main Street Media Television.